Maybe after 30 minutes, we'll be having your sessions too. So please stay online.
Okay.
All right. So let's get started, guys. And again, one another Saturday evening. It's very nice to see everyone. Close to 64 participants. Very glad to see. I hope there are two kind of audience over here. There are people who are already got trained in AJSD or getting training in AJSD. They are also here. And there are people who are completely new to AJSD. Maybe you are all joined here just to know what is happening with regards to Salesforce interview preparation. I hope there are people who are yet to start your Salesforce learning or Salesforce journey. They are also joined here. It is absolutely fine. Requesting everyone to stay calm and just see, watch what is happening. We will be having a Q&A session at the end. Definitely, we are going to have the Q&A session. Don't worry. We're just going to cover a few important topics with regards to Salesforce interview preparation exclusively. And this session is exclusively for AJSD trainees, even though we are going to cover some of the common topics. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Everyone.
Yes, sure. It's visible.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thanks for confirming. So this session, as you know, we have been doing this session like for year on year. Every year we keep update what is happening in the Salesforce ecosystem, what is the expectation being set by the recruiters, how we have to prepare for this year. So likewise, this is for the 2023, how we want you to prepare for Salesforce interview guidance. Before we quickly get into the core agenda, let me help you to understand. This is for all AJSD trainees. Guys, if you are going to prepare for interview, these are the sequence that you have to follow. Everybody as a AJSD trainee, you should have access to your tracker sheet like this, right? We expect from AJSD, we would expect you to complete this tracker sheet, including getting the verification for all the topics till Lightning Web Components. Okay, VF page integration, Aura, these are kind of add-on topics. If required, you can do. But if you look at this particular sheet, right, this is one of our trainee. She has completed her tracker sheet. Once she had completed, says she will be reaching our RM team, which is Relationship and Management team from AJSD. You can find them here. So whenever there is an opening in AJSD, right, you will be get updates in our AJSD announcement group. This is an exclusive group only for AJSD community members, where you can find a close to 1,500 people. They're all exclusive Salesforce training and participants. Here, you'll be getting the insight about whether if there is any opening is going on. Like very recently, we have posted about this, right? Okay, so you will be reaching the RM team, rm@ajskilldevelopment.com. You'll be reaching them, and our RM team will share a form to fill to assist you for the openings. So the first thing, what you guys will do, you will be filling up the tracker sheet till LWC topic, which means you have completed learning for all these topics and you got a trainer verification. Only then it is possible from AJSD to initiate this training assistance, placement assistance. So we'll be giving you a form link. Once you fill the form, this is how the form's response will look like. We'll be getting your name, email ID, and password. I have currently hide those information. Your current trainer, the topics you have completed, your tracker sheet, LinkedIn ID, trial-based link, college passed out, degree, qualification, certificate, everything will be collected by the RM team. Once that is completed, the RM team, they will update your status as first awaiting for prelims. What is the prelims? Basically, before we conduct mock interview for all the AJSD trainees, right? We are conducting prelims as an agenda. During the prelims, we will be first evaluating the trainee whether they are aware of the basic understanding, which I think you started scribbling. Could you please remove it? Yeah. So During the prelims, since there are chances you have started the topic learning. Let's take example of the same candidate, Priyanka. She started learning in the fourth month, right? So there are chances she might forget or she might missed to revisit those topics. Just want to check whether the trainee is aware of all the topic basics. We are conducting prelims as a mock interview, just like asking the trainees about the basics and fundamentals of the topics they have learned. During the prelims, they'll be asking like what is what question, the basics, at least a business use case explanation for each topic. Say, for example, if there is a topic called Sales Club, during prelims, this kind of questions will be asked. Okay, tell me what is Sales Club? What is your understanding on Sales Club? Explain me some business use case that you have come across Sales Club. Likewise, the trainer will be asking some random questions. This will last for 5 to 10 minutes. And if the trainer satisfied with your query, he or she will move your record for attend the mock interview. Suppose if your explanations are not satisfying, the trainer will advise you, please go back and revisit the topic. Then we will do the redo the prelims. Once you clear the prelims, we will be conducting the mock interview. The mock interview will last for minimum 42, maximum 1.5 hours. That had all happened. So during the mock interview, the trainer will cover all the topics. They will be asking you, they would expect you to give a clear-cut explanation for all this topic. And also, if required, the trainer will ask you to share your screen and also write a script for SOQL, write a script for trigger, or share your screen and create a new record type, create a page layer. So likewise, how a technical interview usually happens, the same way the mock interview will happen. During the mock interview itself, the trainer find out the preparation, what you have done for the mock interview is not up to the mark. They will stop the mock interview in between and they will give a chance to redo the mock interview and prepare and come again. So you will take minimum 30 days to come back to attend another mock interview. So it is always important for the AJSD trainees. Please make sure when you are appearing for prelims, you are prepared well, and when you are appearing for mock interview, you should prepare well. So you're talking about prepared well, then what is the expectation? How we should prepare ourselves for this mock interview as well as the regular interview. This session is all about that. So requesting all the participants to pay utmost attention, go through all these things. This is going to help you not only for clearing your first Salesforce interview. Down the line, if you attend any number of Salesforce interview in your career, right, this is the template and formula that you're going to apply and upgrade. All right, simple. So coming back to this one, once the mock interview on this completed, we will be getting a green from the trainer saying, let's take example. We have Muthukumar over here, right? We have Muthukumar, Priyanka, and even Gayathri also here. So if you look at Muthukumar, he has attended a mock interview a way back, and it is being conducted by Shobana, our trainer, and he got the ratings for all these topics. This is the ratings. And similarly, we got overall feedback about Muthukumar, and we got a notice that cleared. So whenever we get a cleared notification from the right, AJST team has tie-up with numerous recruitment partners in AJST. If you visit our placement section, there you can find the list of companies currently in tied up or where our AJST trainees are currently working on. These are the current recruited companies. You can also visit these sections to know the list of people from AJSD who got trained and also got placed. We have mentioned their profiles as well as their LinkedIn link. You can also get in touch with them to get some interview tips and also get a referrals in their current organization. So let us assume there is a Cube84, Cloud-based and Cloud-based. There are companies. So their expectation is not only just a resume. So they would expect AJST to share the entire data, including your tracker sheet. So we'll be sharing your learning tracker as well, learning latest resume, and all this tracker will be sharing to this particular company, and they will conduct the interview and they will update us the feedback over here. So this tracker will be shared with our recruiters too, so that the recruiters will be aware what kind of intense training you have been gone through and how it is, how you have prepared yourself. And we also share our internal mock interview feedback as well. So by combining all this, they will call you for interview and they will conduct interview. You perform well and you get a job. Simple. So this is the template we have been following in AJSD with regards to this mock interview, prelims, and candidate referral. So requesting all the AJSDs, trainees, please follow this. And if you have completed learning, get in touch with the relationship manager, RM@AJ Skill Development. She will help you with prelims and mock interview. All right, this is the process, guys. Let's get into this today's agenda. So before that, let me clear this one. Okay. So today agenda is all about, guys. We are going to see the resume, how to prepare resume, what are the job source availability, and we have trainees over here. They are going to share their learning and interview experience. We are going to see email etiquettes. What are the don'ts we should never do? Important topics we should learn. What are the activities should do before the interview, after the interview, and there is a special segment, the 9th one, you see, to stand out from the crowd. Nowadays, the awareness about the Salesforce is predominant. Most of the people are nowadays aware about Salesforce. They started learning. That's a good sign. But Ashok, I want to go above all the one. I want to stand out from the crowd. What are the other things that 1% additional effort, that what's something I can do so that I can stand unique? We are going to share the salary segment, and we are having Vijit and Nagarajan. They are also going to share their learning guidance and also interview tips. And finally, we are going for the queries. Of course, we have planned this as a 1 hour session, but I don't think this will go within 1 hour. So if you haven't taken dinner and all, please plan it accordingly. Definitely, this session will go at least minimum till 11 o'clock. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. So the first one, we are talking about resume preparation, right? So the resume preparation is very important segment when during your interview preparation, even for if you are a AJSD trainee to appear for your prelims and mock interview, this will be reviewed properly. If it is a resume, these are some of the mandatory things we expect you should have in your resume. Okay. So, okay, what are the mandatory things? You should have your LinkedIn link. Let me take one sample resume I have just taken for your review. So that just a sample one. Okay. This is mine, but bit old one. But anyway, I think I have covered most of the one. Okay. Okay. LinkedIn link. Please make sure you have mentioned your LinkedIn link. How it is important for a Salesforce developer or any professional to have a technical learning, right? It is equivalently important for you to have a good LinkedIn profile and also active in LinkedIn. There is a segment called how to use LinkedIn effectively for Salesforce learning and interview, but not today. There is a separate segment will come up in the upcoming days. But on the high level, please make sure you are having the LinkedIn link and your Trailblazer link. The LinkedIn link and Trailblazer link, this is enough for the a recruiter to tell about yourself, what you are currently doing within the Salesforce ecosystem. Because as your Trailblazer ID will tell everything about you, right? Like what are the super badges you have completed, what is your rank, what are the certifications you have completed, how much you are active, everything I could see in your Trailblazer. So I can understand all your technical learnings from here. And similarly, how you are active with your how you are outspoken and how much you are active in the LinkedIn, how you are keep yourself updated. By looking into this, right, I can get your professional journey and everything over here. So try to keep these two things active, as well as this is what going to tell the recruiter, and this is going to give the very first impression, right? So kindly keep this as a mandatory one whenever you are going to mention in your resume, and of course your email ID and your phone number. There is one thing often happening, especially with AJSD trainees, whenever we request them to share the profile, what they will do, they never do recheck of the numbers. Most of the time, right? They will misplace the number, or they will add 9 digits, 8 digits. Not only AJSD, most of the other trainees, whenever we get the resume outside. So please double check here. And also, if possible, if you are having alternate number, please make sure you are giving the alternate number here. And also keep your email ID precise as well as a formal one. Don't keep like Rocky Boy, Priya Sweetie. Don't take that all the fascinated fancy names and all. Try to keep it very professional. Avoid zeros and all, so that it will not confuse your recruiter, because these four going to help you to touch your recruiter, right? So this is the one. And the technical summary part. Technical summary. Okay, there when it comes to the resume, there are two things. Either you should be you can be a person who's already having experience, or you are a beginner. Whoever it is, please make sure you are having your technical summary part, which is a mandatory part. Okay. Suppose if you are an experienced candidate, you can mention your professional summary here. It is need not, there are things happened in AJST, we are also referring candidates who are having career gap also with multiple recruiters, and also candidates who are from non-IT too. What happened with some of the trainees, the feedback we received from the recruiter, they really had a very good non-IT experience. Even the candidate did a Swiggy delivery. Even the candidate worked in a construction field, worked in a mechanical field, but they missed to mention these in the professional summary. See, whether your professional is going to be relevant for the IT or Salesforce or not, at the end of the day, you have done this work in the past years, right? Kindly mention that and mention your roles and responsibility in that, because that will give a good impression for the recruiter. Okay, this is he or she is not a kind of a raw candidate. She or he already got some experience in other field. Even if you've done a kind of freelancing or kind of any services, at least make sure that whatever you have done part of your career or any experiments, right? Please mention that. That is definitely going to be an added advantage. So if you are a professional who are already having some experience, make sure you are having this section called professional summary and mention about yourself. Similarly, your working experience, whether it is IT or non-IT, mention the company, duration, and your role as well. So this is not a mandatory one, but if you have some key highlights you want to mention, and if you feel that is relevant to this particular job which you are going to apply, you can mention. This is a mandatory one, technical summary. Okay. When it comes to technical summary, I could see most of the profiles, right? They mention each and every micro topic as well. Say, for example, object modeling, it is enough, right? I know how to create object. I know how to create application. I know how to create record. I know how to create field. You don't have to mention each and every subtopics of Salesforce here. On the high level, you can mention like what are the platform you have worked. You can, if it is comes to automations, you can mention I worked in different automations like workflows, flows, builders, like that, and Apex, LWC. Again, when it comes to LWC, don't go with each and every micro projects. You can keep it precise. Maybe a half a page is enough to tell about yourself. These are the segments I have worked on. Okay, this is cool and neat. And this part, project profile part. When it comes to an experienced candidate, there are chances. If you're already working in Salesforce, you might have Salesforce experience. You can mention it clearly, like what are the clients you have worked for, what are the technology you worked for, how many months it take, what is your roles and responsibility. You can mention here. Even if you are from different IT, different background, non-IT, different background, mention your work experience and roles and responsibilities, because this part, right, that roles and responsibilities, that definitely help the interviewer. They will be keen on, they will look into it like, okay, he mentioned he or she had some experience. Let's take a look into it. What kind of roles and responsibility they have done. Being a Salesforce developer, our role is not only just do the coding. You are not only do coding, not only going to configure anything. You are going to be part of a team. You are going to follow a lot of process, and you're going to work along with the team's agenda, organization vision and mission. So your role and responsibility in the previous organization also matters. Suppose if you are a fresher, don't worry about all these guys. Okay. But you should have a projects in your profile. That can be a mock project. We are going to explain in detail about how to do that mock project. What are the segments that you can do? So you can mention the mock project. Maybe if you are a AJSD trainee, you heard about our peer educator sessions, right? Those who participated in the peer educator sessions, you can very well mention your projects here. What is your role in the project? Definitely you can mention over here, and you can come down. Okay. And if you have other achievements and other things that you want to mention, definitely mention. See, there is no relationship between, if you look at these achievements which I have made, because I have mentioned about paper presentation, movie making, poster design, those National Technical Symposium award I have mentioned over here. There is no direct relationship with Salesforce, but it will be help the recruiter to evaluate your other interpersonal skills. Okay. When somebody is going to hire you, right, they will be having two things in mind. I'm having a job openings with my organization, and this is a technical skill, technical opening. Whether the candidate is technically equipped and capable to do the work, fine, pick one. Second thing, assume that I'm getting two or three more profiles. They're all technically, they're all in the same rank. They're getting 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5 in everything. There should be some place I should evaluate them, right? Should I go with this candidate or should I go with that candidate, right? In that area, your past achievements during schools or colleges definitely help you to narrow down your profile. So if you feel that is something you have done a great achievement, feel free to mention that here. And responsibilities. It is very important, because whether you're going to be a good leader or not, right from the day one, they are not going to assign you as a tech lead or a team lead. But the candidate whom I'm going to hire as a candidate will be looking into it, their learning attitude, whether the candidate is having a good learning attitude and how responsible the candidate is going to be. The 32 or 1 hour interview is not going to enough for an individual to assess whether the candidate is a team leader, whether the candidate is a good team person, or having a good learning attitude or not. But to some extent, we can identify that part. So make sure if you have took any responsibilities in your entire career, right from schools and colleges, please mention in that. And definitely mention your academic qualification. Don't worry about the percentage. It is not mandatory to keep your percentage in this academic section. But again, if you feel academically you performed really well, definitely put that percentage. That also a key factor that will definitely help you to narrow down your profile. But if you feel academically I don't perform really well, Ashok, is it mandatory to keep my percentage? Not necessary, because we are all now in a technical stage. Your technical thing is going to speak about you. This is an added advantage alone. If needed, you can mention. If you feel that is going to be added advantage, you can mention. And just cover the high level part. I think if you are an AJSD trainee, guys, you can find this sample resume by clicking this link. This slides will be shared with you all over email and also in our AJSD WhatsApp group. And similarly, there are sample resumes we have given in this slide. These sample resumes are accessible to all AJSD trainees. You can find all the sample resumes. Don't do copy paste. Just have a look into these profiles so that you will get a good understanding of how to create a profile. All these are Salesforce profiles who are all got placed from AJSD. Though we have mentioned their profiles over here, and we have categorized that as well. Career gap and experience, fresher, non-IT, like that. And also, if once you prepared a resume, kindly get in touch with your Q&A session trainers, and you can get it reviewed from your trainer. Or I'm here, you can also share a resume to me. So I will take a look into it and I will also share. So please make sure once you prepare the resume, you go through the resume once and then get in touch with your trainer and get it reviewed. So these are some of the highlights we want to cover with regards to resume. So before we move on to the next section, want to check with our trainers over here, Nagarajan bro and Vijit and Shobana, if you have anything to add in the resume section, please share your input.
Yes, Ashok, I want to add a couple of points here. So from the experience with, going through some of our trainees' resume during the mock. So we basically, as a team, we witnessed that most of the times people are, the trainees are mentioning blood support application as a project or approval process as a project. Let's say we are, referencing our trainees to a single company. Let's say, for example, Cube 84. So let's say we are going to reference 20 candidates. All the 20 candidates going to have the same kind of, use cases as a project. Then it will give you a different kind of picture altogether. So I will request, I request the trainees don't put blood support or approval process, whatever you are going as a part of your use cases in the learning process. Don't put it as a mini project. Rather than that, you can simply search for any full stack application, and you can try to do, for example, for a hotel management or a medical store, right? So we can imagine that as a business, right? So how Salesforce can help them. If you guys look at that now, Salesforce is having a starter pack, right, which is less than 2,500 Indian rupees per user per month. So try to imagine, your nearby use cases and try to apply your ideas in that, and you can put it as a mini project that will give values, and you can speak, confidently if something is asked on top of that, right? So that is one point I wanted to bring it here, Ashok.
Thank you, bro. That's a valid point, bro. That is something we usually get that. So, guys, especially AJSD trainees, the key point Nagarajan bro want to convey, we have been giving you two things. One is use cases to practice the topic. Another one is a projects to develop and do end-to-end one. Okay, I tell you the difference. What is that use case and what is that project? Say, for example, Nagarajan bro is talking about this part one. For example, when you are learning the applications, object field creations, right? We have given, because when you are learning the very first topic, you are all beginner in when it comes to Salesforce. So we have given a very simple use cases to develop to understand the what is object, what is field, what is record. That is what this blood support thing is itself. But don't think this is a very big project. That is something I can put it in the resume. That is what Nagarajan bro also telling it. But if you feel, Ashok, but still I want to do some project end to end and I want to put it in the resume, right? If you see my screen, all the AJSD trainers should have access to the real-time projects. And we are also going to keep at this project. There are project on e-commerce, insurance, manufacturing. And also, if you ask your trainers, Q&A trainers, we can also give you a lot of projects and guidance. You can take that project and you can do it on your own. If you look at this, there is a business requirement document we have given, and we have been giving in the folders. You can start do this end-to-end project. That the projects available for both admin as well as development. And also there is a peer educator program is going on. If you look at the peer educator program sessions, right, this is actively going on with the season 2. I think this is a, if you look at that we have split them into two teams, and there is a one team they started doing the project. They named the project as Fit for Life. So if you look at the conversation, this is a very active conversation, and they started rolling out. They started building the project. They took one business use case and they started working on it. So I would request, if you really desperately in need of projects and you want to practice that, make use of the peer educator session, or else if you don't have time to spend for peer educator session, then please make use of these real-time projects which is available in your materials itself. Start do that. Okay, thank you, bro. Thanks for your insight. Vijit and Shobana, if you there, anything you want to add, resume part?
No, Jay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Okay, guys, there will be a Q&A sessions would be there. If you have any questions related to resume as well, please make a note of it. All the Q&As we will definitely address at the end of the session. Okay, now the source of the opportunities. Ashok, where I will find these sources, like where exactly I can find about job openings and all. If you are a AJSD trainee, don't worry. We are going to keep you posted about all the openings in AJSD in our WhatsApp group itself. If you are AJSD trainee, make sure you are part of this WhatsApp group, AJSD Academy announcements group, where we keep posts like this. You can get in touch with the team and you will get the openings and all. And similarly, once you completed the trackers and all, right, you will be added into this interview preparation group. If any of the AJSD trainee watching this video or in the live session, you are not part of interview preparation group, make sure you have completed the topics which are mandatory to start prepare for the interview and get added in this group. This group is exclusively where we will be keep sharing the openings which is going on in the market. Because as a training academy being into this industry since 2018, we are having a good network of recruiters and we also have a good amount. So whenever there are openings going on in the market, right, we will come to know that immediately and we'll share it with our team like this. Because we are getting the sources from multiple companies and we'll be sharing out in a group. And this group is only for AJSD trainee members who completed the mandatory topics to appear for interview. So from AJSD tie-up partners, you will get a direct referrals. And also from AJSD known sources, you also get the referrals. Okay, Ashok, apart from that, I'm a non-AJSD member. I also want to get the notifications. So here we are mentioning some of the sources. The very first one is nothing but the Salesforce candidates, recruiters hiring Salesforce candidate and other Salesforce professionals in LinkedIn. Wherever you go, right, just like how in resume, I may talk about LinkedIn, whatever the segment we are going to talk about, LinkedIn is going to play a major role. Let's take a look into it. How LinkedIn help you to search for the opportunity. You can go here and you can say hiring Salesforce developer. Just put it in the keyword. Okay. You will come across different openings over there. First of all, don't worry whether the candidate is posting it for fresher or experience. Just go there and give a connection to this candidate in LinkedIn who are hiring. Because today, maybe they are not hiring for the freshers, but there are chances one day or other day, they can hire for freshers. So make sure you get connected with the hiring people in LinkedIn who are all hiring for Salesforce. Okay, and you can also find a post in LinkedIn because most of the LinkedIn posts are very legitimate and that is help you to get connected with the people, get connected with the right people. Okay, and you can also find their websites, email IDs and everything in LinkedIn itself. So you can get the openings and also the people who are posting about the opening, get in touch with them and make a connections. Okay, this is a one way where you can get the Salesforce openings. And if you want to know how to be active in LinkedIn, right? Okay, somebody, okay, please put yourself on mute, guys. So there is a video which is available. This is a pretty old video, I know, but we are going to take a LinkedIn session. We are planning the LinkedIn sessions very soon. Until then, please watch this video to understand how effectively you can make use of LinkedIn for Salesforce jobs as well as your career. This link is available in this slide and others. You can also find this LinkedIn tips for new learners, job seekers in AJ Skill Development YouTube channel. Okay. And of course, the other sources, Naukri and other job portal and frequent Google search. This also works. It actually worked for me and I hope it will work for you as well. Salesforce, freshers, jobs, Chennai, like that. You can just keep do Googling. It will help you to land into the most of the job opportunities. See, it may looks very straightforward, but we have to do, yeah. So not many of us are doing this one. So that's the reason we are also mentioning this as so part of your source of opportunities. So I repeat, LinkedIn, if you are AJSD members, AJSD referrals, Naukri, and job search. And there are multiple opportunities are there, but these are some major source that people usually use. Okay. All right. Anything you want to add, guys? Team, before we move on to the next slide, anything you want to add for the source for the opportunities?
Yeah, Ashok, I feel that probably getting connected with AJST alumni, right?
Good.
I
Good.
personally feel that that will also work, right? So definitely they will have some, soft corner on AJST, right? So definitely they may help.
Super, bro.
So
Summer
it's
point.
good to connect with them.
Okay, maybe I can add it here as well. Get connected with AJSD alumni. Okay, how to get touch with AJSD alumni? Very simple. Go to AJ Skill Development page. In AJ Skill Development page, right, we have tagged all the alumni who got placed. You can, if you take a look at that here, yesterday itself, we have talked about Manu. You can also find Manu's LinkedIn ID also here. Okay, maybe I go view as. And similarly, Gayathri, today, Gayathri is going to present about her journey. You can you can get in touch with Gayathri from LinkedIn over here. So get in touch with AJST alumni also helps you to get good opportunity. In fact, Gayathri got opportunity and she comes to know about this job opportunity from one of the AJST alumni. That is also interesting part. I missed it. Thanks for adding, bro, Nagarajan. In fact, not only Gayatri, there are most of the people in AJSD, they got a good job opportunity from the AJSD alumni as well. So this is one way. Another way, we have mentioned all the AJSD alumni details in the placement section. And this is an open one. There, visit here, category wise, you can go and talk to the people. You can find their LinkedIn ID here itself. We have mentioned the LinkedIn IDs, right? So please don't bother them, but you can mention that you are a AJST trainee, you come across your profile in LinkedIn. Could you please assist me and let me know if you have any openings in your job? Definitely, they will help. And they are also part of our internal groups as well. If you look at, if you are part of AJST community group, you can also find them here. We also tag them here. I think today also, I think I have tagged about Manu. See, he's also here. Please get in touch with them. But see, at the same time, don't bother the people. Don't go into the personal things and all. Just keep it a professional and get the support and leave it around. Okay, we are all mature people. We know how to handle things and how to make use of the opportunities and things available, right? Please go on with the limit, because in general, we never encourage people to go with the one-on-one private chat and all. But from the professional end, it is fine. It is accepted. But please go with the limited connections. Good one. Thanks for adding up that valid point, bro. Thank you. Anything else, team, before we move on to the next slide? Anyone want to add anything? Shobana, Vijit, or any AJST trainers? Okay, thank you. The next part, email etiquette. Yes, it's such a important topic to be covered. Not part of this today's session. I think we should be cover this one as a separate session itself. That will go for another 1 hour or 2 hours. Or we thought of doing this as a workshop. See, I'm really sad to say this. The email writing skill of most of the people, right, is really bad. I say it's not like we know this all this right from the childhood, and we are really good at that, and you are bad at. Not like that. But there are some basic thing, right? That is also not the people are not doing. Whether they are doing because of the lethargic attitude, or they are not even aware these are the things that is supposed to be followed. So please take a look at this carefully, especially for freshers, especially for the so-called COVID batch passed out candidates. Okay, see, don't think but we are really sad for you people because during the COVID time, right? I'm not sure what kind of exposure you got. They are making ரொம்ப பிளண்டரான மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் பண்றதுனால out of அந்த மன வருத்தத்துல தான் I have to speak out of it. Okay. When it comes to email etiquette, please write a good cover letter. Okay, what is that cover letter? We'll talk about later, and I will also show you. Mention subject. This is something people will never do. Take a look at this email. I received this email from one of the candidate who applied for the opportunity in AJSD. Okay, there is no subject at all. There are other emails we receive like this. Simple. No, there is nowhere they mentioned what is this subject is all about. No, no body for what purpose he has applied. Even look at the resume; it is not in the proper format. Then what the hell, why they have to do this activity? How this is going to help someone to get land into the job, right? Please, when you're going to write an email, make sure you are having the email body, that is what the cover letter is all about, and make sure you are having a subject line. Double check the email before you are sending. Please do that. Not most of the people like they say simply write the email இதோ அப்படியே ஹரிபரியில இருக்கும்போது அப்படியே ஃளைட் பிடிக்க போற மாதிரி தான் like they are the hurry they do everything and they send it. The moment they saw someone is hiring for, right, they thought that what if I missed to send an email now, what if I take another 5 minutes to send an email, there are chances the other people who saw the post they will send the email. அந்த ஒரு ஹரிபரியில என்ன பண்ணிடுறீங்கன்னா most of the people they send it in a rush. You are not checking the subject, you are not checking whether you are attaching your proper resume. This comedy also happened. I received a job opening resume where instead of the resume the candidate applied some telecom bill. Okay, later I called the candidate saying that inada telecom bill anupirukken, sorry sir, out of rush I மாத்தி attach பண்ணிட்டேன். There is no need for rush, guys. At the end of the day, it is your job. You are going to give your first impression to the HR. Please mind that. Please do this in a mindful activity. Actually, that word mindful, very important. Okay. And use Grammarly and ChatGPT. Nowadays, you are getting a ChatGPT and all, right? You can create an email template. You can write an email, put it in the ChatGPT, and ask the ChatGPT, could you please help me with good sentence formation? It is going to give you. Again, don't copy paste directly from the ChatGPT. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது சொல்றதுனாலும் பயமா இருக்கு. Okay, please refine what ChatGPT is giving to you, and உங்களுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி please add then and there some points which is relevant for you. Okay, if you're going to get there are AIs now coming for resume preparation itself, for email writing too. If you don't completely depend on the AI, because nowadays the HR is also getting smart. They come to know whether this resume is prepared by this particular candidate or AI, whether the email is written by this candidate or AI. So have some human touch. Okay, you can make use of Grammarly app or ChatGPT and other AI one to check your basic spelling. And when it comes to the attachment, if you are going to attach any resume, please mention your name, for which post you have applied for. Ashok, fresher, Salesforce trained, or Ashok, senior Salesforce developer, 8 years. Why? Because look, assume from the HR friend, every day they are getting hundreds of emails and they are downloading hundreds of attachments. If they want to segregate your profile, if they all of a sudden they want to refer some profile, this will help them. So this is a kind of a proper email where you can also find subject, and that is a cover letter he has linked in, like I am Rohit, I'm a fresher, I saw your post in LinkedIn related to hiring for Salesforce fresher. It makes sense. It is not a very good email. At least he is know how to write an email. Some salutation, email body, attach the resume, Fine. Okay. These are some of the fundamentals. We should please make note of that while doing this email writing. See, again, when it comes to email etiquette, it's a very big topic. Email etiquette, we would talk about. I don't want to get into that, and that is our sessions we are planning for AJSD trainees for email etiquette. You can make use of it. All right. Again, here, team, to AJSD trainers team, anything you want to add here from the email perspective?
No, sure. I guess you covered most from my side.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Thank
thought
you.
to add a little bit. Okay, actually, I feel sometimes the resume is more complicated. I mean, even for reading a human, it's complicated. But nowadays, there is a system called ATS. Okay, we got application tracking system which most recruiters are using. So it's better if we format the resume, which can be readable by both human and mostly by ATS, which will be reach more recruiters. Yeah,
Correct, bro.
Support.
Okay, you're talking about while preparing a resume itself, we have to make sure the resume is having some important key points or keywords,
yeah,
and
keywords,
it should be a readable one.
Yes, and we got application tracking system. Actually, that is what used in most recruiters nowadays when we have mass resumes. So our resume should pass through that system and get it properly segregated in those topics. So we should use that format so that our resume will be reached properly. That is my suggestion.
Okay, got it, bro. Fine. I think it is 9:49. So before we get into the next topic, I want Gayathri, you there? Gayathri, I'm really sorry, I missed you. I took another 20 minutes extra. Gayathri, you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Okay, Gayathri, if you are fine and if you're comfortable, you can come on screen, you can share video, and we just want to have a quick chat with you. Hey, hi, Gayathri.
Hi, sir.
Okay, let me stop share my screen.
Sir.
Just a moment, Gayathri. Yes, Gayathri, you are visible to everyone. And guys, this is Gayathri for you. Gayathri is our AJSD trainee. She got placed recently. Gayathri having close to 9 years of career gap, and she's a homemaker. She's also from a non-IT background, but still she is able to clear interview. After clearing, I mean, before we talk about clearing interview, she is able to learn Salesforce despite having the household works and all. She put that consistent effort, and now she's here to share her experience. First of all, congratulations, Gayathri, on behalf of the entire AJSD community.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So over to you, Gayathri, and yeah, please.
I'm Gayathri. I have completed my graduation in 2014 in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from the Dhanlakshmi Srinivasan Engineering College. Actually, I am a university rank holder in my college and district rank holder in my school education. After my graduation, I got married, then 2 kids. Since we are in the nuclear family, I could not think about my job and all. But I was confident that one day, definitely, I will find my dream job. When my second child, my daughter turned 1 year of her age, that time I made a decision that when she reaches her school age, that means 3 years of her age, I also want to go for my job like that. So I planned accordingly. That time I had solidly 2 years. I decided to go for IT job, but I don't know which domain I have to select Java, Python like that. For that, me and my husband went one of the training and placement center, which is located near to home. After they heard about my career paper, they suggested me to put a fake experience, but we are not ready for that. We discussed these things about my friend. She already got 15 years of experience in IT, and in that 3 years, Salesforce experience she having. She only suggested me for Salesforce. Salesforce is a good CRM. It won't go down for another 10 to 15 years. So without any hesitation, you can select and study if you want like that. She is good. After that, I used to search what is Salesforce, what is CRM, these kinds of things. That time I found AJSD through YouTube. That Ashok sir said that time no need to put fake experience and all if you have a clear understanding about Salesforce topic like that. So I enrolled and got completed and got placed now. That's it.
That's very nice to hear from you, Gayathri. Yes, that part, right? Keeping a fake experience. I really appreciate that instead of keeping a fake experience, you want to genuinely to learn something out of your effort and want to go with your effort, right?
Yes.
Not many people are ready to do that because nowadays people are don't have time. They have money. They put money and they try to buy that time. That's what happening. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது I really appreciate that. I appreciate.
Definitely they will find at some point in.
Correct. Gayathri. I want to ask you this, Gayathri.
Sir, what, sir?
Okay, so the okay, like despite having your household work, right? Because I hope you are having a family and you have to take care of the family. How did you manage the time to learn Salesforce?
Sir knows very well about me. Nagarajan sir very well know about me. He always for attending Q&A section itself, lot of that is going every day. He helped me more. While I'm cooking and doing other household work and all, I used to hear mock interviews which we have in our folder. Anyway, from morning to night, always Salesforce is running in my mind. For this trigger, what we can do. For this use case, what we can do.
Nagarajan அப்படி டார்ச்சர் பண்ணிருக்காரு உங்களை.
We never escape from him. Somewhere he will catch me. That only I see. If my son is okay, he grown up. For my daughter, if she sleep 10 hours per day, I will sleep 5 to 6 hours per day. The remaining 4 hours only I can learn new things. Other time and all, I just revise my notes. That much of time only I
Good one, guys.
My notes only helped me lots of that's it.
Okay. In fact, bro used to tell, Nagarajan used to say, keep notes, keep journaling.
Yes.
If you ask Nagarajan, he will show a bundle of notes. Okay. And how long it took for you, Gayathri? Like there are because there are many people like you. They started career. They started learning Salesforce. They are also having houseworks and all. But generally, whenever people ask me, Ashok, how long it will take me to learn Salesforce? My answer is very straightforward. It depends on the people and how much efforts they are putting on the daily basis. Somebody complete in 90 days, they take 6 months or 1 year. But coming back to you, having a career gap of 9 years and from a non-IT background and having household works, how long it took you to complete, right from the day you started and till you get job?
Mine also big story, sir. Actually, I have enrolled in 2021 October, I think. In 2022 March, till asynchronous Apex, I have completed.
Okay.
After that, I could not continue that.
Okay.
At that time, I am not in the situation to go home, go work and all. So I didn't get touch anything for 10 months. I totally forgot about Salesforce. Then again, I started in 2023 February. That time my kids are in holiday, so I went to my native place, actually, my mother's home,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
located near to Mailadurai, Thiruvenkadu.
Okay.
So I used to take a classroom training there in Mailadurai for 20 days only.
Okay. Okay.
Then again I came to Chennai. Then I completed in July, I think so. Actually, still I am learning LWC, but still asynchronous.
Good.
I
Good.
completed in 2000.
Yeah. That
Totally
we
we
should
can say
agree.
1 year.
Or near. Okay. Okay. See, yes, these are the things we are commonly seen in most of the people, especially for mothers or housewives like you, because yes, you will start, you will go, but you are not able to make a consistent effort. Whereas there are people who joining as a fresher, they'll be having all the day time. And I just want to tell this to all the freshers who are watching this as a video or watch in the live. See, you're all having full day time. Morning 9 to evening 9, they are having time. Most of the time, even in AJSD Chennai classroom, I could see if there are 32 members, right? 15 members, they work really hard. 15 members, they come. After 1 hour, they easily get distracted. The moment a message pops up in LinkedIn, or sorry, in WhatsApp or Instagram, or 10 reel ஓடுது. After the 10th reel, they will come, oh, I was here for learning. Okay, படிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு வராங்க. So அப்படி இருக்கும்போது people like you are all really an inspiration to many people. ஏன்னா despite having all these works, நீங்க you have to learning, dropping, coming back, திரும்பி learning, dropping, coming back. That's really a good one. I really appreciate your the confidence on you, as well as the effort that you want to put on the basis. That's really good one, guys. And how do you keep yourself motivated? Like, ஒரு கட்டத்துக்கு அப்புறம் the definitely the confidence will go down because you are from non-native background. As you said, you are with Nagarajan bro. கண்டிப்பா அவுட்புட் கரெக்டா வர வரைக்கும் சார் விட மாட்டாங்க. அது கரெக்டா பெஸ்ட் பிராக்டிஸ் இல்லைன்னா விடவே மாட்டாங்க. Then definitely somewhere being from non-technical background, நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு ஏதோ ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் லோ ஆகும் இல்லையா? So how did you keep yourself motivated?
Actually, after my Salesforce gap, the 10-year gap, for taking a decision to get a Salesforce itself, I took 1 month time. February full month and all, ediklama venama. These kind of confusion only going there. But somehow I have started my Salesforce journey again. My notes only helped me a lot. Actually, again I have to study admin. Again, I want to study development, trigger, asynchronous, LWC and all. My notes help that time.
Okay,
Once we,
yes, go ahead.
Once we learn the notes twice or thrice, it never go from our mind.
Okay. Fine, Gayathri, and I'm really happy. We are really happy to have you here, and thanks for your time in sharing all your input. Is there any study tips you want to share with your fellow AJSD trainees? நீங்க எப்படி படிச்சீங்க? எது உங்களுக்கு what are things helped you in learning as well as clearing interview? Anything you want to tell to the trainees?
Actually, according to me, my first source of interview preparation is my our PDF, actually that PPT presentation, there is a first slide. In each and every topic, sir explained very clearly in the first slide about that particular topic. Going for trigger, what is the limitations in flow, these kinds of things, he explained clearly. From that only, I took my notes. If we couldn't understand some point clearly, complete the whole topic, again come to that first slide. That time, we definitely can get a clear understanding what we come to say, like that only. That only help for me in interview also.
Okay. Okay, somebody is talking. Please put yourself on mute, guys. Sri Bharat. Okay, okay. Yeah, Gayatri. And how about your interview experience, Gayatri? We have been seeing, we are going to see some of the topics. Any topics that you want to mention to the trainees, prepare these topics well, because I got these questions like that. Any important topics you want to tell them?
Definitely, they will ask about triggers, but they by my bad luck, they didn't ask to me write a trigger and all, but they asked just what is trigger, like this. I just explained the scenarios which I have worked out. That's it. I didn't prepare for any Salesforce interview question paper from internet like this. Just for my PD1 preparation also, I just refer my notes. For my interview also, I just refer my notes. Whatever question they ask, I just explain with scenarios. That's it, sir.
Good.
Complicated.
All right. Thank you. And bro, Nagarajan, bro. Yeah, bro. She's waiting for you.
Definitely, I would like to say thanks to Nagarajan sir. In each and every step, he helped me a lot. I never forgot that, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Gayathri. So really, I wanted to say a couple of things about Gayathri. So personally, I used to have some kind of assessment or some kind of touch I personally wanted to have with each of my trainees. So as far as Gayathri is concerned, she's very confident, and she's very motivated. She motivated by herself, right? She wanted to get a career breakthrough. She wanted to get into the job. So that kind of confidence really surprised me quite a lot, and the way she used to write code and the way she used to, dedicated towards completing each topic. So seriously, it is Gayathri's surprise package for me from a non-programming background, and the kind of family situation she's in. Still, she's very determined to learn. Really, she's very passionate, to get into a job into Salesforce. Really, I appreciate that. That's the secret for Gayathri's success, I guess. All the best, Gayathri. Do well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Go
so
more
much.
heights.
I'm so happy to hear these kinds of words from you, sir. It's very proud.
It's true words.
Thank you, Gayathri. Okay, guys, anybody have any questions to Gayathri before we are going to allow her to leave, because it's already late for her. So anybody want to ask any quick questions? So somebody asking how many interview rounds you got, Gayathri?
Just only one round.
One technical round. It's basically that interview round depends upon the companies that you are going to apply. Okay, good, fine. All right, guys, I don't want to take much of your time. Thank you so much for you to join this sessions. So we wish you all the very best. As Nagarajan used to tell, keep learning, keep growing. Okay. Thank you, Gayathri.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. So, guys, thanks. Okay, let's go move on with Muthukumar over here. Muthukumar, you still there?
Yes, bro.
Hey, hi, Muthukumar. Muthukumar, you can come on screen. You can share video if possible, so that you can share your learning and interview experience, Muthukumar. Yeah, you are. We are able to see you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Muthukumar. I am from Kovilpatti, which is located in Thuthukudi district. I did my graduation in 2019 in mechanical engineering, and after I spent time to prepare competitive examination, I didn't get any positive results from there. Then I joined at AJ Skill Development to study Salesforce. Last December, I joined at AJ Skill Development. It took 6 months to complete it till LWC. Last July, I completed. Then I started to attending interviews, and I attended 3 interviews. I able to clear all the 3 interviews. Recently, I got placed in Redfins Tech Private Limited as a Salesforce developer. At this time, I would like to thank AJSD Development and all the trainers, and special thank to Nagarajan and for his excellent coaching. And also, I would like to thank Shobana for her wonderful mock interview. Thank you.
Good. That's really nice to hear from you, Muthukumar. I think you were there in the Chennai classroom, right?
Yes, it was.
So how was that classroom days? How that helped you?
ஆக்சுவலா வீட்ல இருந்து படிச்சிருந்தா 6 monthsல நான் கோர்ஸ் முடிச்சிருப்பேனான்னு தெரியல. பட் கிளாஸ் ரூம் வந்தப்போ எல்லா கோ ட்ரைனர்ஸ் கூடயும் இப்போ பேசிட்டு ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தா கேட்டு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருந்து.
Okay. Have you அந்த peer educator session நீங்க இருந்தீங்களா? Have you been part of? Okay. Do you think that helped you anywhere? Anywhere?
கண்டிப்பா எனக்கு கண்டிப்பா கம்யூனிகேஷன் லேக் இருக்கு. தமிழ் மீடியம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான் வரேன். ஸோ நான் எப்போ சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் ஏஜஸ்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணோன்னே ஒரு கம்யூனிகேஷன் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணதுக்கு ஒரு கோர்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். அங்க கிராமர்ஸ்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க, தினமும் படிப்பேன். ஆனா அது ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட பேசணும்னு வரும்போது அது வரல. பட் இந்த பேர் எஜுகேஷன் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல மற்ற கோர்ட் ஒரு அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு 4-5 பேர்கிட்டே பேசிட்டு அங்க பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்க மட்டுமே பேசிட்டே இருப்பேன். இந்த பேர் எஜுகேஷன் ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்தப்போ எல்லாரும் கூடயும் பேசுறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சது. சில பேர் அதர் ஸ்டேட் பீப்புள், அவங்களுக்கு தமிழ் தெரியாது. ஸோ அப்போ நம்ம இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் பத்தி பேசி ஆகணும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரிலாம் வந்தது. அப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு பிபிடி ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் பண்றது, ஒரு பீப்புள்ஸ் முன்னாடி நின்று பேசுறது, அந்த மாதிரி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிலாம் கிடைச்சது. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் கான்ஃபிடன்ட் க்ரோ பண்ணது இன்டர்வியூ அட்டன் பண்ண.
Okay, Muthukumar. Thank you. Okay. People are asking you to explain English, but anyway, let me help Muthukumar and others. So, I was asking him about his participation in peer educator program. In AJSD, we are conducting peer educator program that helps the people to improve their communication skill and presentation skill, and also help people to build their own project. We used to conduct for AJSD classroom trainees. He was our classroom trainee. He was mentioning such sessions helped him to improve his communication, especially to talk with other state people and also with other peers. So he was just sharing his input about that. So what are the interview questions you have faced, Muthukumar? In all, you said you cleared 3 interviews, right? What are you can share some of the predominantly frequently asked questions.
ஒன்னு இன்டர்வியூல ரேண்டமா கேட்டாங்க, வாட் இஸ் யுவர் ஷார்ட் டைம் கோல், லாங் டைம் கோல் என்னன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் பத்தி இல்லாம ஒரு காமன் கொஸ்டின்ஸா கேட்டாங்க. பேசிக்கான சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் பத்தி ஒரு வாட் இஸ் ப்ரொஃபைல் என்ன, ரெக்கார்ட் டைப் என்னன்னு பேசிக்கா தான் கேட்டாங்க. ரொம்ப நம்ம ஏஜிஎஸ்டி டெவலப்மெண்ட்ல கொஞ்சம் இன்டர்வியூ கொஸ்டின்ஸ் அதுல இருந்தா மோஸ்ட்லி கேட்டிருந்தாங்க.
Okay. May I know which year you are passed out?
2019.
Okay, 2019. Okay, 2019 to 2023, right? Close to 4 years. And you said you prepared for competitive exam. Anywhere have they asked about why there is a gap, and have they asked about the career gap?
ஒரே ஒரு இன்டர்வியூ மட்டும் கேட்டாங்க. நான் அந்த மாதிரி படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன் சொன்னாங்க. அதை பத்தி மேக்ஸிமம் கேட்கல.
So they didn't consider like they just focused only on your technical skill. Okay. How about the certifications? Have they asked about any certifications?
நான் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் டெவலப்பர் 2 முடிச்சிருந்தேன். அது ரெஸ்யூம்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ண சொல்லும்போது சொல்லிட்டேன், அந்த மாதிரி நான் முடிச்சிருக்கேன் அப்படின்னா பெனிஃபிட்டா இருக்கும்.
Okay, you have completed the platform developer 1 certification. Good to know. I think you have attended the mock interview with Shobana, right? So could you please tell about that mock interview, your mock interview experience with Shobana?
மோஸ்ட்லி சினாரியோ பெஸ்டா தான் கேட்டாங்க. நான் ரொம்ப மனப்பாடம் பண்ணிட்டு போயிருந்தேன். அப்படி அவங்க எல்லாமே சினாரியோ பெஸ்டா கேட்டாங்க. கேட்டிருந்தேன். எனக்கு நாகராஜன் தான் ட்ரெயினரு. சோபனா மேம் ட்ரெயினர் இருக்கவங்க கேட்டாங்க எப்படி போயிருந்தோம். அவங்க மோஸ்ட்லி சினாரியோ பெஸ்டா தான் கேட்பாங்க. நல்லா பண்ணேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay, if you compare the mock interview happened with Shobana and the other 3 interviews you have attended, which one you can feel it's a tougher one?
கண்டிப்பா சோபனா அந்த அளவுக்கு இல்ல.
So if anyone clears Shobana's interview, they can clear any interview. Appadidana? Okay. Good pa. Okay, how long it took for you to complete the course and appear for interview, Muthukumar?
7 months எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன்.
Okay, even though you prepared it right from the beginning and you are full time தான் படிச்சீங்க இல்லையா?
full time தான் படிச்சேன்.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I missed. What is your background? Engineering or
Mechanical engineering.
mechanical engineering? Okay, non-IT. So you took close to 6 to 7 months. Okay, okay, fine. All right. So guys, anybody have any questions to ask to Muthukumar?
ஆமா சார், எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்கலாமா?
Yes, yes, please.
ஆக்சுவலா நானும் 2019 பாஸ்ட் அவுட் தான். அவர மாதிரியே
Okay, sorry to interrupt. If you can talk in English, இங்கிலீஷ்ல முடிஞ்சதுன்னா கொஞ்சம் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா கொஞ்சம் we are having people கொஞ்சம் இங்கிலீஷ் அவங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் புரியும். இல்ல trouble இருக்குன்னா தமிழ்ல சொல்லுங்க, நான் translate பண்றேன்.
No issue, sir. Actually, I'm also the same person like Muthukumar. I also passed out in 2019 and worked for 1 year. And actually, I have also started preparing for government job. Now I can't clear the government job, so that I started studying. Now I joined AJSD before 1 month, sir. Okay. Now actually, I am also from mechanical background. I want to know. I'm going to complete administration. I'm going to start the developer edition. Okay, I want to know what are the difficulties you have faced based on coding, because I even while studying formulas, I don't even understand for AND function or function. I took 11 days to learn that AND function or function and all. Okay, what are difficulties he has faced during learning the developing? That I want to know, because I can rectify it, right?
Got it. Yes.
ஆக்சுவலா தமிழ் வீடியோட ரொம்ப தெளிவாகவே நடத்திருப்பாரு நாகராஜன். மற்றபடி டவுட் வந்தா கூட மற்ற கோ ட்ரைனர்ஸ் கிட்ட கேட்பேன். ஆன்ஃப்ளோர் ட்ரைனர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. சரி, ரொம்ப டெவலப்மெண்ட்ல எனக்கு ரொம்ப டிஃபிகல்ட் நான் ஒன்றும் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணல. மற்றபடி அது டவுட் இருந்தாலும் நான் மற்ற கோ ட்ரைனர்ஸ் கிட்ட கேட்டுப்பேன்.
Okay. Thank you, Muthukumar.
All right, fine. Thank you. Any others? Anything you want to ask to Muthukumar before we move on to the next session? Okay, Muthukumar, just want to ask you about this thing. Like, how do you find the video materials and other materials in AJSD and Q&A sessions you have attended? Just want to ask your review regarding that one.
Q&A எல்லாம் நாகராஜன் சார் தான் அட்டன் பண்ணேன். மேக்ஸிமம் ரொம்ப நான் அந்த டாபிக்ல ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருந்தா மட்டும் அடுத்த டாபிக் என்ன மூவ் பண்ண அலோவ் பண்ணுவாரு. ஸோ Q&A எல்லாம் நான் சூப்பரா, மெட்டீரியல்ஸும் சூப்பரா இருந்துச்சு.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Muthukumar, for joining this session. We from the entire AJSD community, we wish you all the very best. Keep learning and keep growing. And also, when time comes, right, if possible, you please refer the other AJSD alumni too. And also, I hope you are taking the co-learner sessions too to support the other trainers. That's a really good sign. Continue பண்ணுங்க முடிஞ்சதுன்னா.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nagarajan bro and other trainers, anything you want to share?
Ashok, there is one question in the chat. Aarti asked to, Muthukumar.
Okay. Is it mandatory to have certification? Okay, they are asking how many rounds you had for an interview.
எல்லா இன்டர்வியூலயுமே ஒரே ஒரு ரவுண்ட் தான் எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன். ஒரே ஒரு ரவுண்ட் தான் அந்த.
Okay, you took only one round. Have they asked you write triggers and all, anything?
எல்லா இன்டர்வியூலயுமே ட்ரிகர் எழுத சொன்னாங்க.
Oh, definitely they asked to write trigger. Okay.
ஆனா நம்ம AJSD கேஸ் ஸ்டடியோட கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா தான் இருந்தது டிஃபிகல்டிஸ்.
Okay. Glad it is.
There is a question. Did they ask about any projects? Anything you did?
The peer educational program la பண்ணது.
Okay. That you have explained, right?
Okay, they asked about whether you have done any project, and you explained you have done a peer educator. The project you have done for the peer educator, you explained.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Mandatory. Okay. You said you completed the certification. Okay, sir. Whether the certification is mandatory or not, we are going to cover that topic, guys. We'll see that. Any questions about LWC, Muthukumar?
கேட்டாங்க LWC பத்தி உங்களுக்கு என்ன தெரியும்னு கேட்டாங்க. இல்லை, எனக்கு ஒரு இன்டர்மீடியட் அளவுக்கு நாலேஜ் இருக்கு, பட் எனக்கு ரிசோர்ஸும் இருக்கு, நான் அந்த மாதிரி நான் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணிக்கிறதுக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். ஸோ அதை பத்தி LWC பத்தி அதிகமாக கேட்கல, சும்மா வாட் இஸ் LWC மட்டும் கேட்டேன்.
Okay, what is LWC? Any idea which topic you think definitely people should prepare for interview?
செக்யூரிட்டிஸ். இந்த இன்டர்வியூ அட்டன் பண்ணதுக்கு முன்னாடியே அங்கே ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு ஒருத்தர் சொன்னாரு, நீ டேட்டா செக்யூரிட்டியில ஏதாவது தப்பா சொன்னா உடனே அவங்க இது பண்ணிடுவாங்க, அதுல நீ தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா அவங்க உன்னை ஹையர் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, அந்த இடத்துல உன்னை கட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க, ஸோ அதுல நீ ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னாங்க. ஸோ டேட்டா செக்யூரிட்டி ரொம்ப முக்கியம்.
Okay, data security when it comes to the admin part is important. How about flows? Have they asked about flows?
ஃப்ளோஸ் பத்தி சும்மா ஃப்ளோஸ் அது என்னென்ன ஃப்ளோஸ் இருக்கு அது என்ன கேட்டாங்க, மற்றபடி ரொம்ப டெப்தா போல.
Okay, fine. So that is a question like, did they ask about your role you played in peer educator program? Peer educator program பத்தி ஏதாவது எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணீங்களா நீங்க? Did you explain about peer educator program?
கேட்டாங்க நீங்க என்னென்ன பண்ணீங்கன்னு கேட்டாங்க. நான் எனக்கு ஒரு லீட் பண்றதுக்கு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சது அப்படி சொன்னேன். என்னென்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, எஜைல் மெத்தடாலஜி யூஸ் பண்ணோம், டெய்லி மீட்டிங் இருக்கும், டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜா இருந்தது எனக்கு.
Good. So he explained about he used agile methodology and about the daily scrum call. Okay. All right, fine, Muthukumar. I think it's time to move on to the next topic, guys. I hope you're all having many questions. Don't worry, we'll stay back and help you with all other queries. Keep your queries.
Ashok, I'm Shobna.
Yes, Shobna, please.
Okay, I'm actually traveling, guys. I'm not able to connect properly, and I just want to congratulate Muthukumar. Congratulations, Muthukumar. Okay, you did very well, and I have to tell about him. Like whatever he has mentioned in his resume, he was very confident in explaining to me also. And the peer educator programs project module also, he was very clear with that. And he explained whatever he knows already very clearly. That is what I actually liked about him in the interview. And if I ask something apart from whatever he knows, like if I put him in some scenario, he was very eager to learn that. Like, ma'am, I can actually learn that later. So that attitude actually I liked about him. And he did very well also. And we asked him to create a component also. And he did that also very well. So congratulations, Muthukumar. I was glad that you got placed.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Shobana. Thank you. So glad to hear from you. Yes, bro. Nagarajan, bro.
Yeah, I know Muthukumar very well. So he used to connect in my session, right? So yeah, I used to, generally I used to observe how people are doing good and how confident, they are, how beautifully they are transforming. That is really a challenging one for me. As a mentor, it's not about making a person who is already good in, code or already doing good in understanding the concepts. There is no role for a mentor to play much there. So the real challenge for the mentor is, making the guys, those who are feeling a little bit low and, bringing them up. That's a success personally, I feel. But as far as Muthukumar is concerned, already, he was really doing good at that point of time. Seriously, I personally felt that he will immediately get placement. 3 months, I guess, 3 offers. Really, it's a value added one for his effort and his caliber. All the best, Muthukumar. Do well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Learn more. Support AJSD trainees too.
Okay.
Yes, nice to thanks for your time, Muthukumar. The only thing is, yes, apart actually and the actual challenges are waiting for you. Whatever you have learned, you are going to apply for the real-time world, right? So learn from everything. Whenever you get opportunity, improve your communication too, because to reach this position, yes, it is fine. But from there, you have to elevate your career. The next 3 years in your career is very crucial when it comes to you're learning the business, learning the technical, learning the fundamentals of communication, whether it is writing an email or speaking to the people. So the 3 years are nalla use panninga. All the very best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Muthukumar. You can drop off. Thank you. All right, guys. Okay. I think it is almost 10:30. So let me try to cover the rest of the part. So where we are here from the don'ts. Okay, some of the don'ts we want to quickly share here. Is my screen visible, everyone?
Yes,
Ashok.
Okay. So sending the same resume for all the jobs. We have observed this for some of the freshers as well as from the experience as well. The moment they come to know some openings in Salesforce, they take the resume and they send it. Whether there are chances in the job description, they mentioned people who's having DevOps knowledge, Agile methodology knowledge. Like that, if they have mentioned, if you feel you have the skill, change the resume to that alternate. you are preparing one resume and you keeping that same one resume and you are keep apply for the same resume, please don't do that. See, whatever the tips we are giving part of this session, right, these are all, if somebody able to follow this right from scratch, definitely they are going to get some good opportunity that will help them to land in a good opportunity. Just like Muthukumar and Gayathri, look at their profile and background. One, she is from 9 years career gap, non-IT background. Muthukumar, 4 years career gap, non-IT background. If they are all able to come, learn and do that, definitely everybody can do. Okay, but the amount of time we are going to take on the differ ஆக போகுது. அது எதை வச்சு differ ஆக போகுதுன்னா, it's all about how effectively we are going to follow some instructions being given from the mentors. Simple. And sending the resume without subject and body, I think we have already clear. Don't keep the unnecessary items. If you have observed what Shobana has just mentioned, be clear and whatever you know, please put that alone in resume. Just because Ashok, if I put everything, then only my resume will get shortlisted. That's a wrong assumption. Don't keep everything. Whatever you are confident, whatever you are aware, please put that in resume and apply for it. Because during an interview, they are going to ask the first questions, not first question, all the questions out of your resume. First, they want to check whether how confident you are with you have mentioned in the resume. You have mentioned that you know all these things. Okay, tell about what you know. Okay, so don't put unnecessary item in the resume. And failing to send follow-up email. If you are applying for a job or position, give them at least 2 days or 3 days of time. Then send a reminder, gentle reminder. Hi, Shobana, gentle reminder. May I know, is there any update for the job I have applied for? You can do maximum 2 follow-up. If we don't get any follow-up, reply from them, stop sending follow-up. Simple. Okay, but please do follow. Okay, these are some of the don'ts we want to mention here. These are some of the mandatory topics that we come to know from different recruiters and trainees feedback. If you are a non-AJSD trainee, please take this topic as a screenshot, okay, so that you'll have access to this one. And anyway, we have Nagarajan and Dilip and Shobana over here. They will also cover any topic if I missed out here. Shobana, Nagarajan, Vijit, please let me know if I missed any mandatory topic that they should aware. I can also edit here right away. Any technical topics, being a beginner, applying for opportunity. If you find I'm missing out any important topics, please let me know.
Ashok, I personally feel order of execution is really an important one, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yes,
order
bro.
of execution. Order of execution is, one of the commonly asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, these days we don't have workflows and
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. It's not there.
And also,
Yes, Ashok.
Ashok, the evolution of automations, which I expect the trainees to know. So there was the workflow process bullet flows, right? They know what is what, but I just want them to know what was the disadvantages was there in the workflows and the evolution of automations in Salesforce. So why was the next automations was invented like that? Evolution, yeah, EVU. Oh. No.
Google சொல்லிடுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Evaluation, correct?
Evolution.
சரி விடுங்க, நான் மாத்திடுறேன். Okay, evaluation. Okay, anything else?
Ashok, these days, the recruiters are expecting a little bit, at least some what kind of questions related with the DevOps, right?
Yes, bro. I have added that. DevOps I have added in the latest slide. I'll cover பண்ணிடுறேன். Anything else? Automations.
And apart from that, it's good to, prepare into scenario-based questions, right?
Yes, I mean, such topics I have covered. I'm just asking
Okay.
the topic wise, like there are some mandatory topics on the high level they should have it. I think if you talk about order of execution, automations and triggers,
Yeah,
so
sure.
likewise.
So these days, the release updates also plays a vital role, right? For example, dynamic forms, right? So dynamic forms, sometimes need to create the record types, right? We can achieve that with the dynamic forms. So it's good to know dynamic forms also. Some of the latest topics.
Okay. And Salesforce release updates. Apart from all these topics, you should aware what is Salesforce releases and what is the latest Salesforce release. What are the new features added in the Salesforce releases? Please mention that as well. Okay, I think that's pretty much உங்களோட ஸ்லைட்ல இருந்தா ஒரு சில எடுத்துர்க்கேன் bro. If it is anything missed from the technical, let me know. Fine. So here, guys, regarding this topic, right? Don't worry. We'll also give a consolidated. I will update here so that you will get a consolidated topics that you should cover. Again, if it is trigger, what kind of questions you can expect? If it is asynchronous effects, what kind of questions you can expect? Everything is available in this interview preparation folder. If you are a AJSD trainee, you should have access to this folder called interview preparations. You see, there is a folder called interview preparation. In this folder, you can see there is an index file. In that index file, you have videos to watch to prepare for interview, sample resume, and important topics to be covered, freshers and other interviews. Let me show you. There is a folder called interview question, right? You can find the consolidated interview questions from all the companies. Say, for example, Muthukumar and Gayathri and all completed, they attended, right? We also follow with them and get the interview questions they have faced, and we will add it in this master file. So we have questions and also we also have answers. So please go through this PDF. This is something you can find it in the AJSD interview preparation folder itself. And similarly, we conduct mock interview for many people, like as Muthukumar told. You can also find the mock interview videos there. Mock interview videos also in this drive, where you can watch this mock interview video and also you can prepare for the mock interviews. So don't be, without doing all this, right? Don't please appear for the prelims or mock interview. That is a waste of time for you as well as for the trainers. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Some of the before interview things that we should do. I will update the topic and I will let you know. Before interview, definitely prepare a good tell about yourself. Okay, if you got trained in Salesforce, tell them boldly that yes, I got trained in Salesforce. If you have a career gap, yeah, tell them I have a career gap. Please be genuine as much as possible, or as much as possible. Please be genuine, because that genuinity and honesty definitely pays you better. Don't keep fake experience. Don't tell something you never experienced or never tried. Give a honest tell about yourself, and from that you build on it. Okay, and similarly, if you are in experience in Salesforce or experience in non-IT, tell about that. Okay, when see, if somebody asking this question, tell about yourself. That is our chance. That is our opportunity. All the 6 months and 7 months you are waiting for, this is the opportunity to tell about yourself. That 5 minutes you're going to tell about yourself, right? That itself decide whether the recruiter is going to recruit you or not, because that is the first 5 minutes you're going to impress the candidate. So prepare that well. Don't simply appear for the interview and tell about yourself. Take or notepad, write about what are the important points you can tell. Once you prepare that, please get in touch with your mentors, AJSD people. You have Shobana, Nagaraj, and Vijit, Sushmita, Priya, Dilip, Surya, Swati. There are so many mentors are available. They're all a good and experienced candidate. They can definitely help you with these things. Shobana, I have prepared some tell about yourself. Could you please help me assist if I'm doing anything wrong? Definitely, they're allowed to support you if you come up with such questions during the Q&A sessions. So prepare the tell about yourself and prepare for what is what question. I think this is what Nagaraj and Bro also mentioned. what is what question? Nothing but if there is a topic called application, or there is a topic called sales cloud or service cloud or record type, if I'm asking what is service cloud, you should be in a position to give me a one single line explanation. This is what service cloud. If it is a record type, what is one single line? It is enough. Along with that, if you can give a business scenario and give an explanation, that would be more helpful. Let's take example. If I'm asking the question, what is record type? If your answer is like this, record type is nothing but a configuration part in Salesforce while doing data modeling. By using record type, I can differentiate the records within the same object. Let's take example. I'm developing a Salesforce solutioning for a manufacturer, a JK tires or any tire company as a manufacturer. As a tire company, I will be having a customers, two kind of customers, a retail customer or a wholesale customer. I'm having an object called accounts. So I'm going to maintain all my customers in the account object because they are all companies. So what I can do, I can create a record type called retail. I can create a record type called wholesaler, and I can, whenever I'm going to create a new record in account, it will ask which record type. I can choose retail or I can choose wholesaler, and I can go on. In that way, this is going to help me to differentiate the record. And at the same time, assume as a tire manufacturing company, I'm having a sales representative for retail business, a sales representative for wholesaler business. I can create a profile called sales rep, retail sales rep, wholesale. I can assign this record type, retail for this one and wholesaler for this one. So I can assign a different page layout and I can assign a different profile as this. So likewise, you can keep add even whenever you are going to query huge records. If I'm going to add one more filter called record type is retail, record type is wholesaler, like that. While doing the query, by adding this record type as a filter, it helps me to narrow down my result, and also it will reduce the CPU time. Likewise, if somebody is asking some simple question, what is, please give them a basic what is what, and also explain them the business use case as well. This is not only for record type. Like that, we want you to prepare for all these topics we are going to discuss. Somebody asks, what is debug log? What is test class? What is data security? What is data loader? Please prepare what is what, and also a business use cases out of it. I think aware of Salesforce latest release and updates. Yes, please do that. How to know that what is going on in Salesforce ecosystem? What is the latest updates? As I told you earlier, LinkedIn is a source for everything. If you follow right people, right pages, definitely you can come to know about the latest releases and updates, what is going on in the Salesforce. And prepare well about the projects you worked on, your roles and responsibility, if experienced, and also if you are AJSD trainee, as mentioned, please work on the mock project or join the peer educators program. Tell about your role, what are the day-to-day activities you will do, tell about agile methodology, the daily scrum call you are doing, the sprint planning, sprint retrospective you are doing. Talk about that. Okay. See, assume that there is a trainee who is appearing for the same interview. He's not explaining anything about the project, but you are explaining about the project. Then think to whom the interview will go for. Okay. Then prepare well on the challenges or exceptions you faced technically and how did you overcome. Challenges means, again, when it comes to projects development, you will be facing a lot of challenges, a lot of real-time implementation challenges. Make a note of all these one. If you're facing challenges, just clear panite program. Please make a note of everything, and also exception. You will be facing a lot of exception, mixed DML exception, null pointer exception, like that you will be facing, and in flows you will be facing a lot of exception. Make a note of all these exceptions, take a screenshot, and how did you resolve that exception, right? Please make a note of it. That, and you can also talk about that. Definitely there are chances if you're going for a technical interview, they would expect you to talk about those exceptions. And best practices, as usual, Apex or triggers or whatever it is, that best practices, whatever you are following, please make a note of it. And definitely do that. If you are joining, if you're going to appear any company interview, right? Please visit their website and go through what is this company is all about, what they are doing, and visit their CEOs or CXOs, or visit their company LinkedIn, their latest post. If you want to know about what is happening latest in the organization, please visit. Say how technical thing is going to help you. These thing, right? This will show that you are a good interpersonal person. You are coming with a completely prepared mindset. You know about the company as well. That will give a good impression. So these are some of the things I would request you to do before interview. And after interview, yes, after whatever the interview, whether the interview clear or not, even if you clear, please make note down all these questions, because even if you clear the interview, 1 or 2 questions they asked, but you don't have any idea, right? Later you can come back and review that. Similarly, you didn't clear the interview, no matter, okay? Whether you are attending interview or not, that is matters a lot. If you're not clearing interview, no worries, okay? You can prepare what are the questions they asked, what went wrong, how this can be done in other way. If you're an AJSD trainee attending Q&A session, please join the Q&A session, ask the trainer, this was the interview question asked me during the last interview, but this was the answer I have given. Is that correct or not? The mentor will help you. And moreover, rather than focusing on the theory part, just because asking from the theory, brother, other day they asked about platform event. What is platform event? Yes, the trainer going to tell you. Don't just stop with that. You please create one platform event and write about that or practice that. That definitely helps you to prepare on this. So anything we have to add here, Nagarajan bro, Shobana, Vijit, that before interview, after interview, if you want me to add anything, or you can share your insights as well.
Actually, you covered most of the things, Ashok. And I just wanted to make sure that actually they're practicing triggers. Because when we actually take the mock interview, many have forgotten the triggers best practices. So we actually expect them to write a trigger with best practices. So I think most of the time when they complete the LWC, they're actually the triggers they're actually not able to remember or write it very perfectly. What we expect is not only the syntax, but also the best practices. With best practices, we ask them to write that. So I ask them to practice every day, because they think that they are actually, they know the triggers. But when we give a scenario to them, they're actually struggling hard to write that. So that's one thing I wanted to make sure, that before interviews, make sure that you are actually practicing triggers at least a week before.
Because definitely they are going to ask you to write.
That we notepad, not in the developer console or with that the intelligence is not there, right? So they have to be clear with the syntax also. So that one, and the batch epics. So we used to ask them to write the syntax of the batch epics. Right. So whatever, whatever you told is very good about the exceptions, because we used to ask them what are all the exceptions you faced. Because the best way to learn is when you make some mistakes, we ask them to make sure that you learn through your mistakes, because we don't want to see some code with more perfection, because we want you to learn from your mistakes every day, showing to us the first day code, and next day they show us the very clear code. I don't know whether they have written by themselves or not, right? So when they learn like that, they will not be able to face the real-time queries or scenarios. So the whatever you told is already you covered a lot of the points.
Okay. I can
Ashok,
add this as well. Yes,
Ashok,
bro.
related to be prepared for what is what, I wanted to add a point. I used to say to my trainees also, it's always good to prepare a cheat sheet for each and every topic, right?
Right.
That can cover, some of the key points, some of the key takeaway points from that particular topic, right? Probably the video might play it for 1 hour. The takeaway points might be, 5 minutes. That's it, right? So preparing a good cheat sheet, if possible, I will share in the chat itself some of the Salesforce cheat sheets. So those cheat sheets will be very helpful. Weekly once we can go through that, we can brush up the things when we are preparing for interviews. We are not sure when we will get the call, right? So rather than preparing in the last minute, we can prepare whenever we have time. If you have a cheat sheet, sometimes it may be a little bit harder sitting in front of the system and going through, with whatever the notes we have taken, whatever we are saying that the notes are really a good thing. Taking a softwares like Notion or Google Docs. So sometimes we may feel a little bit frustrated sitting in front of the system, right? So having a cheat sheet or a printed cheat sheet will be definitely helps quite a lot. That helped me when I was preparing for my certifications, and when I was preparing for my interviews, it helped a lot. That I will recommend. And one more point I wanted to add on: be master of Salesforce limitations. So most of the times, we may not sure whether this particular requirement can be implemented in Salesforce or not. This might be a Salesforce question. In the interviews, the question might be asked. We are not sure about whether it is possible or not. So most of the times in real time when implementing the projects, we'll be fighting with the limitations, right? Without knowing that whether it is feasible or possible or not, right? So I always suggest in each and every topic, at least take a couple of, takeaway related to the Salesforce limitations. For example, list views. So what are the fields can be used in list views? What are the fields cannot be used in the list views as a filter, for example? So these Salesforce limitations will help a lot in future too when they are working in the Salesforce ecosystem.
Got it, bro. So one part, what Nagarajan mentioned about the cheat sheet is nothing but the high level your understanding on that particular topic. In fact, this is a feedback we used to receive from the mentors, especially for Nagarajan. That's the reason we have implemented this part. If you look at my screen, so if you see my screen, we have implemented in terms of notes taking online for all the candidates. Say, for example, if you are a trainee in AJSD, I think you should have access to this part called in your learning tracker itself. You should have a notes completed. I think we have recently implemented this one. So we ask all the trainees to take the notes for each and every topic. And as a mentor, we are also checking whether you are taking the notes properly, whether you are making that cheat sheet properly. Okay. So taking the notes is not like copy pasting from the website. What is your understanding on this particular topic? That is very important. So that if you click your own notes, and you can also review these notes at least once in 7 days. Just simply go through your own notes. You can also mention the mistakes that you are making, the exceptions you are doing, everything you can mention in the notes, and review that notes is very important. Rather than just keep adding the notes, right? Please review the notes. And this is what Nagarajan bro also want to mention in terms of cheat sheet. Another thing that's a good important point Nagarajan bro mentioned, I will put it here, which is governor limits. What are the limits in governor limits and other limits in Salesforce? Like how many records you can create, or how many lookup and master detail relationship you can create, list view you can create, how many batch classes can be run in parallel. So such high level limits you can also be aware. Okay. All right. So guys, we are almost in the end of the session, and here is the most important topic that we want to cover, right? How to stand out from the crowd. If you take AJSD trainees itself, we are having per month close to 30 to 40 people are enrolling for sessions on the average. Maximum, minimum, it will go 30 to 40 people are every month are joining for Salesforce, and they started learning. All the people are given with the same level of topics, same level of same level of training. There is no pagubade kadayadu. But still, if you feel you want to stand out from the crowd, because assume that in AJSD per month itself, 20 people are coming out completing the courses. Okay. And Ashok, I'm having 4 openings and I put it in the group. Out of the 20 people, only 4 people are going to get. But how that particular organization is going to filter the 4 people out of the 20? That should be some uniqueness we should have, right? These are something that we want you to do. Take a look into it. Learn what is business, first of all. In fact, this is a very first topic we are covering in our AJSD topic, right? What is business? How it is works, right? Maybe if you look at the recent topic. If you look at the tracker, this is what we are covering. What is business? What is IT? But most of the people are not taking this topic as on the serious note without having the understanding of what is business, what is IT, how it helps business. You may think this is just a first topic, I can skip it. No, guys, this is a serious topic. Definitely, you can expect this question. Unless or until you don't have an understanding on what is business and how CRM helps the business, right? They cannot move forward, because as a Salesforce developer or administrator, your responsibility is going to support the business. Without having the understanding on the business, definitely it will not work. So if you missed out this particular topic, please revisit. The topic is available here. And what is CRM and how it helps business? Because Salesforce alone, not a CRM. In market, you are having so many CRM, but still Salesforce stands number one and holds nearly 23% of the world market share. How it is happening? Why it is Salesforce? If not Salesforce, what are the other CRM available in the market? How Salesforce is different from others CRM? Please know that, have a stats, talk about that. That definitely gives you a good impression to the interviewer. Then business use case for all the topics. If you're learning any topic, definitely AJSD is giving you some use cases, right? You please start explore about other business use case. Start do that. Chat GPTs and all that. Just put it in the chat GPT. Business. Could you please suggest another business use case for record types? It is going to refer. You please work on it. Okay. Having the business use case for all the topic, business understanding is very, very important. Whatever the topic you learn, whether it is formula, validation, flows, or deployment, how it is helping my business. As a Salesforce developer or a admin, I'm going to work for a IT company. That IT company is going to put me in a business support. How my skill level is going to support the business, that we should be aware. Okay, well, please prepare on that. And as I told you earlier, we are planning to do a LinkedIn session very shortly, but still, please be active in LinkedIn, make a mindful connections in LinkedIn, connect Salesforce oriented people, and start share your learnings. Because when you start share your learnings, that itself will drive you to learn more things. The more you share, the more definitely you are going to learn, the more you are going to learn. Okay. Again, the next thing is make use of the co-learner and complementary sessions to improve your communication skill. If you look at even Muthukumar and other trainees, I think there are other trainees like Soumya and John. There are many people we have seen, they have improved their communication skill as well as their presentation skill with the help of co-learner session. If somebody asks me, Ashok, what is this co-learner session? Apart from the live Q&A sessions happening with the senior developers in AJSD, right? We're also conducting a complimentary co-learner session, which is being driven by our AJSD trainee itself, the one who completed training. They can come and join the session. They can moderate the session. If somebody asking any question, they can start guiding them. They are not the tutors, but as a fellow peer educator, fellow learner, right? They can assist them. Obviously, in AJSD, we are having people from close to 25 countries that are learning in AJSD. They're all from different background, they speak different languages. So when it comes to a common forum, right, you cannot talk in your mother tongue or regional language. You have to talk, whether first time you make mistakes, second time you will make communication. We're not talking about English grammar or English. There are chances instead of was, is, had, have, we put some word and we try to make the communication, right? Just make the communication, because communication can be improved only if we speak, not by just hearing somebody speaking. So make use of the co-learner session, improve your communication skill. That also helps you to revisit your technical topic. Assume that you are a Salesforce learner right now. You are in the trigger topic. You are joining co-learner session. Somebody is asking question about flows or record type itself. You can start helping them. That will help you to revisit the topic. If you forget the topic, you can refer and you can come back and support the trainee. So as a fellow learner, right, the more and more you teach, the more you can learn. The more you can learn, the more you can earn. This is a very simple formula that I have applied and worked for many people. So please, either mindful of doing that activity, if I'm doing something, if you're doing in a mindful way, that will definitely going to support you. Okay. And document the challenges you have faced and document the exceptions you have faced. I think we have already covered, especially the mixed DML null pointer one. And develop an end-to-end mock project and mention it in your resume. Don't be a candidate who just do use cases and appear for interview. And don't rush yourself for interview. I think I should add up here. Don't rush yourself unless and until you completely prepare your resume and prepare all the things that we have discussed part of this session. Please don't rush yourself and start appearing for an interview and you get burned up. Ashok, I attended all the interview, all the interview I got rejected. I feel really demotivated. I go for 2 months, 3 months break, then I come, I forget all the topics, you start from beginning. Don't do that. Okay. Prepare well. Definitely, see, we have been doing this service for the last 5 years, since 2018. One thing what we have observed is the one who are prepared, they definitely get the opportunity. Simple as it is. You don't have to worry about, Ashok, what if today you're posting about the job openings, if I don't apply, what if once I prepare, if I don't get an opportunity, what will happen? Such thing never happen, not only for Salesforce, this is applicable for everything in our life. Just keep yourself, just be prepared for, keep yourself engaged in the preparation. If you are prepared for something, okay, the universe is listening to you and it will definitely give you at the right time. Salesforce developer அப்படின்னு இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கான ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை பண்ணுங்க. அதுக்கான வேலைகள் வந்து கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு நடக்கும். One day or other day, definitely it will happen. You don't have to push or rush. Please be genuine to yourself and put that effort in a genuine way. Simple. Okay. Coming back to that, agile methodology and DevOps tools are some of the mandatory things I think nowadays the recruiters are expecting.
Ashok.
Okay. Hello. Sorry.
Ashok. Yeah, Ashok. I just want to add one point for that. So, I mean,
Yes,
like,
Swapna.
better to, yeah. I mean, like, once after completing I mean, like, all the topics, better to go for the interview. Because if you start the interview before, so all the recruiters will have your resume, so you'll be leaving the opportunities. Because, I mean, like, some of the interviews, you could not able to perform well. So that opportunities you are leaving because you didn't complete the topics, right? So better to finish everything and then start interviews.
True that. Thanks for adding that point, Swapna, because there are companies as Vijit told, there is an application tracking system is available nowadays with the recruiters, right? There is an automation where they can decline the interview. Say, for example, I'm applying for the company and in that company, I got rejected because of my performance, because I rushed myself and appeared for the opportunity and I missed that opportunity. You cannot apply for the interview for the next 6 months in the same organization or next to 1 year. They are having some protocol. When that comes to the automation, most of the time you apply in the portal or in the manual way, they see in their system that you're already applied very recently and you got rejected. They don't consider you. Obviously, what is going to happen? You're going to lose the opportunity, which something you could have spent additional 10 days or 15 days in terms of doing a good preparation and you could have appeared. That's a good point to add, Swapna. Thanks for that. Maybe we can also mention in the slide. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last 2 points, guys, agile methodology and DevOps tool. That's the reason even in AJSD, we started engaging people in the peer educator program. Okay, try to have the knowledge of the DevOps tool. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert in agile methodology and all. But when you talk about this, yes, the word agile itself helps you to drive. Yes, I worked on agile methodology. As a team member, we used to conduct a daily scrum call. We follow 2-week sprint. We do sprint planning, sprint deployment, sprint demo, sprint retrospection. When you started talking about those jargons itself, will give a good hope to the recruiters. Okay, so please make use of this. If you feel that you want to keep your profile high and you want to stand out from the crowd and keep yourself unique, as Anything to be added, team? We like Swapna, if anybody also have anything that you want to add, that Ashok, if I do this, we can also be a profile also looks unique. Trainers teams or anybody, because we are almost in the end of the session. Anything to be added here?
Yeah, sure. So it may be a little bit, asking more from the trainees, but still, I personally feel that if they are doing the development, why can't they have their codes in a GitHub repository and they can add it in their profile,
Good one,
right?
Good one.
So that will make sense that, yes, these guys are trying real code, right? Even if you look at all the codes are available in GitHub for anyone to collaborate, right?
Yeah, I thought of adding this. I have to see your slide. Yes, good one, bro.
Okay.
Having Git repository for your codings.
Yes, whatever the developments we do.
Even we can have this project also there, right, bro?
Yes, we can build some portfolio projects. These are all the points to standard power. How I can make myself differentiate from others, right?
Correct.
So we can build some portfolio projects. We can have it in the GitHub. So we can write some document there. So very attractive.
We can also mention that Git link, public profile link also in the resume.
Yes, in the resume we can add.
Good. Thanks, bro. Thanks for adding that. All right. Anything else, team, we have to add? I'm sorry it is taking time, but I feel we are conducting this kind of session once in a year. I hope we can give everything over here. Maybe people also who are watching this video will make use of it. Okay, let's move on to the final part of this session. Salary expectation, and this is for India. Okay, guys, I'm not sure about abroad. Okay, because we don't have a good knowledge on abroad salaries. This is for India. So if somebody works in IT and in Salesforce, the salary is like the total IT experience into 5 lakhs. That's a maximum package they can get. There are minimum package. Say for example, 4 years, 4 x 3, 12 lakhs you can get. Maximum you can get 20 lakhs. That depends upon your knowledge, certifications, skill, and if you hold any other offers in hand. For freshers, on the average, 2.5 lakhs to 4.5 lakhs. Again, that depends upon the company, their value, their certification. So if you want to negotiate, right, this is what the scale, something you can negotiate. Okay. So before we move on to the Q&A session, I think we are having Vijit here. Vijit want to share his input regarding the learnings to the trainees. Vijit, maybe I can share my screen, Vijit. You can share your screen and you can share your input regarding learning.
Yeah, thank you, Ashok. Okay, I'm not able to share it since.
Let me give access. Let me give access. Please check.
Yes, now I can.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, this is just a quick recap of what we discussed so far. Maybe I can add a few more points. So what I just want to add is how we are preparing for interviews. So work smart. Okay. What I mean is we need to prioritize on quality more than quantity. So the question which may ask at this time is, at what point of time we start preparing the interview? Can anyone answer this? When is your interview preparation starts? I'm not asking when you are attending interview, but when you are starting the interview. I mean, when you start preparing for the interview.
Yeah, in my opinion, it is actually starting right from the day they have started learning.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Thanks, Ashok. So it's a day one, actually, you're starting preparing interview. So your focus should be on the quality, okay, not on the quantity. So work smart, not hard. That means actually don't try to learn everything at once. Start from the basics. Try to understand. Like someone told, they are taking some time to understand some topics. It's okay. You just go through that again and again and try to understand concept. Then you go for the next concept. That is very important. Next, strong foundation. Okay, you need to have some strong foundations. For that, actually, the only way to get a strong foundation is to do hands-on. Okay, you need to practice. Just by not reading or just going through videos, you cannot do that. You have to do it personally, and you have to take notes, and you have to fail, and you have to learn. So build your foundations and be a better person to handle complex scenarios. Okay, next I would like to add is persistent. So you need to be very consistent in this. Okay, sometimes actually most of the people, even I see in the MEPs in Salesforce, they feel like they are at the initial stage of studying the Salesforce. They felt that they are in the wrong path. Okay, so and they question everything around them, whether we can do it, whether it's really Salesforce is for me. Like that, people they felt very negative of themselves. Not for us actually, but even for most of the people who have already succeeded and they're shining. Those people personally shared their stories that at one point of time at the initial stage of Salesforce, they thought they want to stop studying Salesforce and move for some other thing. But at this time, at the initial stage, maybe first 3 months or so, okay, you keep in your mind that they were better, you have a better future. Maybe you should be proud of your future self. That is what it should be in your mind. Okay, you should keep motivating yourself that I'm going to definitely shine in this field and I'm going to get a better opportunity. If not this opportunity, what is the better opportunity you have? Okay, I feel like most of the people have shared here. Actually, for Salesforce, we have a better technology. Actually, I also came from other technologies where there's a lot of demand which is reducing, but Salesforce, the demand is consistent. So better you're choosing a right career, but just stick to it. So in this stage, initial stage, you try a little harder, keep up your daily routine, make a little progress every day. Okay. So that is how you have to overcome this actually. And you have to be gaining some hands-on experience. Again, I'm telling on that and committing to continuous development. Okay. You need to focus on your development. That is what you have to be persistent. And finally, to sum up, I just want to tell that you need to engage in structured learning. Okay, if you go to internet, you'll get everything for free now, but you may not know what is the correct path to choose. But here in AJSD, they have already planned a systematic way of studying the topics. So just follow the structured learning, gain hands-on experience, build professional network by using the LinkedIn or other networks, and commit for continuous development. Definitely, it will take to a better future. This is what I want to share. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you so much, Vijit, for the quick one. I know Vijay, Shobana, and Nagaran, this is a very quick session we have planned. It's not a well-planned session, though it was not a very well-planned one. I'm really appreciate the trainers team able to come up with your suggestions and support, especially Vijit, for this quick session one. Thank you. So, guys, we are almost in the end of the session. So this is the time we want to share your queries. If you are having any queries to us, to our knowledge, we can guide you better. The queries can be anything, like with regards to interview, we address first, and later with the learnings. And now the time is 11:05. The Q&A will go for next 10 minutes. So if anybody have any questions, please raise your hand in the chat. I mean, in your Zoom, so that we can call your name one by one, and you can ask your queries. If anybody have any questions, please raise your hand. We will call your name. Thamari Selvan. Yes, Thamari Selvan.
Sir, I have 2 questions to ask, sir, actually. I'm going to complete administration. I'm planning to do certification course, sir. So how should I do the certification? Whether I should pay for it? Whether there is any other way to get the coupon? And can give me any idea regarding this, sir?
Okay. See, with regards Salesforce certification, Thamari Selvan, I think you just joined recently, right? You are yet to complete the admin topic itself, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, certification preparation, it's a very vast topic itself. If you ask me, Ashok, what are the things I should do before I prefer for the certification? What I will do? Let me help you with this. But on the high level, maybe I can cover you for this. Okay.
Okay.
If you visit AJSD website, AJSD certification preparation, we are actually taken a similar session for just like how we are doing for interview preparation. We have taken a session for certification preparations too. Let me put this in chat. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And this is for everyone. Let me put this in chat for certification preparation.
Whether it will explain how do I get the coupon?
Everything. It has everything.
Okay.
Okay. So kindly go through this. After going through this, if you still have a questions, I think you are part of our Q&A sessions and all, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can join and you can get in touch with the trainers. They will definitely help you.
Okay.
Whatever you need, everything is there.
Okay, sir. Actually, I have second question also.
Yeah, please go ahead.
While doing case study, starting I have doubts, sir. So that I pasted it in Google, and in ChatGPT it's giving some answers. Okay. How does it will affect in future? So actually, I'm working in company. If I'm getting some requirement based on the scenario, okay. If I paste in just in ChatGPT and get the result, means even that requirement, the person who is giving us who is hiring us can do that, do the job and get the salary, get the money, right? Money. So why should they hire us in future? I can solve the case.
See, your question is not about ChatGPT. It's very simple. There is a AI for everything.
Yes,
AI is for everything. If AI is for everything, AI is going to do all the work. Why still someone is going to pay us? That is your question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this is a very common question we are getting nowadays, guys. To answer this question, let me give you the same common answer. See, but நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி தான் ஒரு 10 years back or 20 years back, when computer is first introduced in the market for business or everything, right? Previously, it was only notebooks. நீங்க பேங்க்ல எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா it was only note, book, pen or paper தான். There was no laptop or computers or internet, right? So by the time when computer was introduced, everybody told the same. Whatever I'm doing now, once computer come into the office, the computer itself going to do everything. Then obviously I will lose my job. Why they have to pay me? That's a kind of a situation arise. But what happened exactly? It was not computer going to do the work. The person who knows computer, they are the one going to do the work. Correct? So computer தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு இன்னைக்கு வேலை இருக்கு, computer தெரியாதவங்களுக்கு வேலை இல்லை. That is what same with AI. If you know how to handle AI, if you know how to use AI is the future. Obviously, there is no doubt. So you should aware what is AI, how to use it. If you know how to use AI, you are going to be survive. If you don't know how to use AI, you are not going to. So it is not AI going to replace the human or the person. The person who knows AI better, they will definitely replace the person who doesn't. Simple as it is.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Manisha.
Hello. Actually, my query is like I'm from life science background. Like I have done my post graduation in pharmacy. So can I pursue Salesforce?
Sorry, what is that? Which background you are?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Okay, your question is you are from a non-IT background and you want to get into IT, especially via Salesforce. That is your question, right?
Yes.
Definitely, Manisha. So see, anybody can get into Salesforce. That is the answer. Okay. So if you look at this profile, if you visit AJ Skill Development and if you take a look at this profile, you can see the placement section. There is a section called non-IT to IT.
Yeah.
If you see that, we have list out the list of people who are all from different background, not only other background. There are people from medical background too. I think they are here. If you are in LinkedIn, there is an interesting profile we have found very recently, and that we come to know from one of our trainee. Is my screen visible, Manisha, for you?
Yes, I can see it.
Just visit CloudBiz. Okay.
Yes.
CloudBiz is a company. It's a health and pharma company, and they are supporting for. They are a Salesforce implementation partners for healthcare. Okay. And in this company, right, the CXO, one of the CXOs, right, he is a doctor. Actually, he is a doctor. He quit doctor. He studied Salesforce. Now he's part of the senior management portion in this team. I forget his name. I think you can find it in the people section as a CXO or CTO. That is a candidate. So he's the CEO and co-founder. There is a candidate. So to answer your question, right? I mean, Jayabalan is our trainee, and this candidate is our trainee. So to answer your question, yes, Panisavam is our trainee. definitely any background can come into it. In fact, if you are from medical background, right, that really added advantage because Salesforce is now getting boost into the healthcare organization. See, at the end of the day, one point you have to understand over here is what is Salesforce is also one another tool that is going to support the business. Now, what is pharma, what is healthcare nowadays? That
Yeah.
also became a business nowadays.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
To run the business effectively, definitely we need a CRM, and one such CRM is Salesforce. So if you know how to configure and how to customize this tool in your domain, having from the pharma background, you're having a good domain knowledge, and now you'll be having a good technical knowledge. Both combined together, it's actually a good one to pursue. Okay.
Yes.
So
And
anybody can learn.
I have one more doubt. Like, what
Hmm.
is the thing about the health cloud and marketing cloud?
See, there are different. Okay, see, I think the sessions will go towards Salesforce career guidance. Okay. Anyway, if you are part of Salesforce career guidance group, Manisha, I think you will find my number. You can we can have this discussion. But to precise that, what you are talking about is another products in Salesforce. Salesforce is a company. They are having different products: Sales Cloud, Health Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and all. Okay.
Yeah.
But being a beginner, you are going to learn only how to configure Salesforce, which is administration, how to customize Salesforce, which is the development. Okay. So, but I don't want to dilute this topic over here because this session is exclusive for interview preparation. But since you are part of AJSD career guidance group, right? Please post your questions, everything there, Manisha. We'll give you a detailed explanation there. I hope you are part of that WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, please post it there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, anybody have any questions related to interview preparations? Please refrain from asking the questions. If anybody have any questions related to interview preparation, please let me know. But if you are someone new to Salesforce, you want to know more about Salesforce, please, I hope you're all part of AG Skill Development WhatsApp group, which is a career guidance group. If not, please visit AG Skill Development website. You will find an option to reach us. Okay, we will definitely give a career guidance. Balu, Subhashini, do you have any questions related to interview preparation?
Yes, Ashok, not related to interview preparation. I'm Subhashini, I'm from AJSD. I can able to learn all the concepts very well from the AJSD videos. But my problem is I'm in abroad. I'm not able to find job here for the entry-level Salesforce developer. Here, every jobs are looking for a 2 to 3 years or even 5 years experience when I started looking for jobs. My difficulty is finding the entry-level jobs in Salesforce to start my career. I need your guidance to start getting jobs even from India. I'm not completely looking for money right now. I'm completely looking for experience. That's what I need from you.
Got it, Subhashini. See, when it comes to people from abroad, non-residents in India, this is a typical thing happening. Okay, before that, just a moment. Okay. Guys, is there anyone who wants to drop off? Bro, Nagarajan, I know it is too late for you. Bro, if you want to drop, you can also drop, bro. I don't want you to keep wait. Already late. If you want to share anything, you please share and you can drop, bro.
No, sure. We'll be here I think you will continue for another 10 minutes, right? That's fine. Tomorrow it's Sunday.
Sorry, bro. Okay, fine. Okay, to continue with the Subhashini, to your question, yes, most of the people abroad, they are finding a difficulty with entry-level job because unlike India, where in India, whether you are having career gap, non-IT, they never mind is check the skill and they give opportunity. What is the sad thing happening in abroad, right? Whenever we apply for opportunity, they will ask 2 years, 3 years, 4 years experience. That obviously push the candidate to keep fabricate or fake profile without any options. They put. Most of the time, people abroad, they put it for they reach a consultant, they keep 4 years or 5 years experience, they market the resume, and they will appear. This is what, to be honest, what is happening in the abroad sections.
Yes, Ashok.
Okay, but how to get the opportunity? Yes, we have only two options. One, yes, the abroad candidates, they keep some experience and they appear for an interview. The only advantage is in AJSD, whatever you are learning, right? You are learning some advanced materials, advanced stuff. You are going to do real-time projects. You can mention that in your profile and you can talk about that and clear the interview. And also, our materials and all not going to help only to clear interview. Even once you clear, you would be in a position to work independently. That's the level of training you will getting from the AJSD and the material support. So do that.
Yeah.
So that is that is not a right thing to do. We don't have any other options to survive in abroad. We have to do that. Most of the people are doing that. Okay, there is no wrong in that when you don't have any other option. Whereas come to India, there are companies offering internships for 5 months, 3 months, 6 months, but that very rarely people give internship. I think there is a one company called QM Sales that giving internship. A couple of folks from the AJSD also from abroad, they are taking internship. Like that, when opportunity comes up, please take that opportunity, take that internship, get that certification for 5 months or 6 months. In fact, I think the people who are all doing peer educated program, right? You're all doing that peer educated from the DigiGas India Private Limited. So anybody completes 6 months in AJSD, we can give them the real-time projects for them to do as a part of POC. We will help you to get that unpaid internship from DigiGas India Private Limited, because you are helping the organization to develop the POC, right? So such support we can provide from AJSD. So either by having this unpaid internship certificate, we can start apply for that, or otherwise we have to reach the consultant and we have to market our profile. So these are the two options available right away for the abroad clients.
Thank you, Ashok.
Are you being part of our USA group?
Yes, Ashok. Yes, Ashok. I'm in the part of USA group. Yeah, I'm keep on checking for internship opportunities in the group. I think if any internship comes, you will post in that group, right? For the abroad people. Yeah, Ashok. Thank you.
Yes. See, even though whenever we come across internship, right? It is not. We are not. To be honest, we don't post it in the people who are in India. We post exclusively only in the US candidate, because people in India, we are getting multiple job opportunity itself. So we just post that internship only in abroad, like US, Canada, and other WhatsApp group only we post, so that people abroad can get at least this opportunity. Don't worry, I will keep you all posted whenever we come across any internship opportunities.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, Subhashini. So I think, guys, is there anybody have any questions related to interview preparations or learning, study guidance? We have Nagaraj and myself and other Vijit are here. Anything you want to ask? If anything you want to ask, please raise your hand so that we will come to know that you are looking for our support. Arun Kumar.
Ashok, suppose if you are going to put 3 years experience in the job market, what are the things the experience? Interviewer will expect us.
Okay, you are appearing as a 3 years experience in Salesforce itself.
Yeah. So I have 8 years experience. So because if I move to a fresher, the salary is very low and it's difficult to survive. So I have to put 3 years. So what are the things that they will expect if I'm going to put 3 years experience?
See, if again, when you're going to keep 3 years as experience, if you see my screen, look at into the curriculum section, whatever available in the curriculum section, you have to be aware of. Okay, that is as simple as it is. And you must have at least two end-to-end project implementation knowledge, and that should be in and your profile also should sound like you have implemented the projects, because that is a real-time expectations from the companies. Say, for example, even if you mention 3 years, they definitely ask about what are the Lightning web components you have developed recently. Tell about the project that you developed, how, and in your project, where Salesforce comes into the picture, how your implementation helps the business. So if you look at the Lightning advanced concept, lifecycle hooks, Lightning testing, LWC testing, and especially integrations, which is something you cannot skip as a experienced candidate. You don't have to go through all the integration part, but at least you should be aware of what is integration, what is REST, what is SOAP, named credentials, how to connect to Salesforce or how to connect with third-party R. So likewise, and this part, CI/CD part, if you're having this knowledge, that is definitely looks into the market, because nowadays the beginners itself started learning all this thing. So if you want to keep your, obviously, if you put 3 years experience, the salary package will be around 9 to 15 pack. Okay, 9 LPA to 15 LPA. If they are going to give 9 LPA to 15 LPA, they're going to expect all this.
Okay, so better to do like project with integrations and end-to-end project with integration.
Yes, integration and end-to-end project with proper deployment, the proper using proper version control system deployment, and definitely agile methodology. You should have a Scrum framework knowledge.
Okay, okay, thanks, Ash.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Vinisha. Yes, Vinisha. Vinisha, you're talking, but we are not able to hear you, Vinisha. Maybe if you're having questions, please put it in the chat. We can check, Vinisha. I think you are having an issue with your mic. Deepa.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Deepa.
Actually, my question is non-IT field to we are going to IT field means we are belongs to freshers or experience, sir. My question is that.
If you're from non-IT and
Yeah.
getting into IT, the company going to consider you as a beginner in IT. Okay. The salary also starts from minimum 2.5 to maximum 4.5. But if you want them to consider your previous experience, please put it in the resume as well as during your explaining about your mention that. So in what way your non-IT skill set can support the current business? If you look at the previously, somebody asked, she was from pharma industry and she wants to join the organization. Assume that you are from pharma and you're joining an organization which is doing healthcare cloud. You can tell them, I'm having this domain knowledge, I can support this. Similarly, if you are from logistic background, you are from bank insurance background, the domain knowledge you are having, right? If it is going to support the business, definitely they will consider and they will also give you the good CTC. But if it is not relevant, right? Obviously, your past experiences in any way not going to support their current business or IT implementation, they are going to consider you as a beginner. The salary will start from minimum 2.5 to maximum 4.5. But don't worry, within a year, right? Once you migrate, once you switch the job or internally, you can expect a minimum 30 to 40% of a decent hike. That's how a non-IT people get into IT and then they start elevate their career, IT career.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I think, Vinisha, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat, Vinisha. We are not able to hear you. Some recruiters asking for one-page profile. Can you list out important aspects that needs to be added? Yes, if it is going to be one-page profile, Ramya, your certifications, your super badges, your trial heads, and your LinkedIn ID, and your technical summary. It is alone enough. If I am the recruiter, I'm going to hire you. Definitely, I will look into your certification, trial head profiles, and your technical summary. If you're having experience, that also you can mention. If it is a one page, right, nowadays there are many resume builder options available that you can help divide the pages into 3 halves, and you can also mention your profile. There are many softwares now, AIs in the web available that you can make use of it. Vinisha, I'm 23 passed out and 6 months training in CRM domain using Salesforce. After completion of training, I'm looking for Salesforce opportunity, but I couldn't find any entry-level jobs. Vinisha, I hope you are not an AJSD trainee. Basically, Vinisha, there are a lot of opportunities are available, but yes, there are opportunities. See, the reason why you cannot find the opportunities readily in the market, because the moment a recruiter posted in the website or posted in the LinkedIn, I'm hiring freshers, right? They are bombarded with a lot of resumes. They are not able to short or narrow down the resumes. So what they will do, they reach academy like us and they will give that task like, Ashok, we are looking for a freshers. This is the criteria. Help me with a neat 4 profile, not more than that. We are going to get any one out of it. That's how it works. So either we should start dig through the openings, or if you find difficulty, I would suggest you can get in touch with the AJ Skill Development Career Counseling team. Visit AJ Skill Development website and contact section. There you can submit an inquiry. There you can find options to get in touch with the AJSD team. This is the website where you can see the contact section and submit your inquiry. We can help you with your project guidance and interview preparation, which means if you're already having these knowledge, Ashok, I know all these topics in the curriculum, all that I need a interview support. We provide interview support alone exclusively for all the trainees. But make sure before that, you have to make sure you have the knowledge in all the topics. If you don't have, I suggest you do the self-learning, or you can also take training in AJSD itself. Okay. Later, we will help you with project preparation and interview preparation support along with the reference.
Ashok, I just want to add one point for that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I suggest, I think, who is that person? Vinisha. Yeah, Vinisha. Well, like, I started my Salesforce career by searching in the YouTube and started with the Trailhead. And after that, I have the certifications. But after joining in the AJSD, I come to know that it's a step-by-step process. So which is really required to do that instead of going and searching in the YouTube, all that and all. Because you'll have a clear picture if you join in the AJSD. I'll strongly support to join the AJSD and continue with your career. Because I did that mistake. I did everything before and then finally I came to the AJSD. So every time when I think I would have done this before itself, before 2 years, which would have helped me a lot.
Got it, Swapna. Right. Yes, see, yes, everything is available in internet, everything is available in YouTube, but getting the right mentorship and guidance is a crux over here. Provided, Vinisha, if you're having someone who's ready to guide you properly, a brother, sister, or senior, yes, that works, that getting into YouTube or other webs. Otherwise, if you feel that you don't have getting a proper mentorship, yes, as Swapna said, I would suggest you to get in touch with the AJSD team. Thank you. All right, guys, I think it's almost 11:30. We started by 9. I really appreciate all the 36 members. We started with 100 plus. We are with 36. I really appreciate everyone for your patience in listening all this one. I really thank the entire AJSD training team and support team. And we have a social media team. I think Chandru also still here. Thank you so much, Chandru, for your support right from giving the announcement about the sessions and helping with us for all the infrastructures. Thank you so much. And thanks to the support team. They are not here. They are today off. And thanks to the trainers team, Nagarajan Bro, Shobana, and Vijit, and other trainers for your a quick support, because this is not a well-planned session. In fact, we thought it's a need of the hour, considering we are taking the mock interviews and prelims, the feedback we are getting. So we thought of doing this in a quicker way. I hope this helps you all. If you guys have any feedback regarding this session, or if you find anything that we can improve in the later sessions, your feedbacks are welcome. You all have our numbers and you are part of our WhatsApp group. Please post it here. Okay. All right. So before we wind up, one last question. Do anybody still look for any assistance, guys? Looking for any live assistance over here? Okay. If not, bro, Nagarajan, bro, you want to say anything?
No, our daily assistant will be Nagarajan. So anytime the day we can clear it of all the doubts. Really hats off to Nagarajan. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want to, appreciate the 37, probably 37 minus 3 or 4. I appreciate staying here for more than 2 hours. And seriously, I'm wondering, how Ashok is, having the capability of running continuously more than 2 hours. Yes, I need to learn that skill. Appreciate Ashok, seriously, really.
Thank you.
It's just like a one-man show. So seriously, he played sideline, characters. Okay. Appreciate it. Ashok. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So thanks, everyone. That was a very nice session. See you all in the next session. I think the next session is going to be about LinkedIn. I think that will happen with some other team soon. See you all in the next session. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Bro, bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashok. Yeah.
Yeah.